seen him. Hello there and welcome to Gateshead International Stadium. This is the Heat Army podcast and National League TV. We will be bringing you full match commentary here of Gateshead between Gateshead and Rochdale National League action. My name's David Garrett. It's a pleasure to be with you. I'm joined by Mark Carruthers. And Mark, this is one of the first big games that we covered together about 8 years ago in the FA Cup.
It was, and I'm fairly certain on that day the Gateshead put in quite a strong show against Rochdale, but went out 2-1, I think, was it?
It was, yeah, that was right. But here we are now against league opposition, playing against each other. And, it's going to be an exciting affair because there is points at stake. There always is. But tonight, it'll help either side cement themselves a little bit more in the playoffs.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a really positive start to the season for both sides. I think both seeing the fruits of the labour in the summer recruitment have come to the fore. Two good managers. Obviously, Cole's a little bit newer to the role than Jim McNulty. But I mean, everything that Marks has done, barring that one game at Fyle, has kind of worked well, hasn't it? There's a little bit of progression you can see, trying to develop his own style. But you look at this Rochdale squad, there's enough in there, and I feel like I say this every game, but there's players that are experienced at this level. We know a lot about two of them, in particular, Conor McBride and Liam Hogan.
As I say, two fantastic players. Of course, Conor McBride had an in-and-out time with Gateshead, you would have to say. First half of the season, we did see some good performances, cameo appearances off the bench, and then second half of the season, of course, Dejan Brown arrived at the club, and then it was, and obviously at the beginning of the season, it was Marcus Denanga that was scoring the goals. So he always found himself the second string man, didn't he, at times?
Yeah, and I think the formation that Gateshead played, I always felt that with Conor, he was more comfortable coming in from that left-hand side, and Gateshead obviously playing with wing-backs. He wasn't really a wing-back as such. He's more playing further forward, which didn't really fit in the pattern. But there were some wonderful moments, some wonderful goals. He did have a special goal in his locker. I
don't think he ever scored an easy goal.
No, I agree. I think, and when he did play and when he did come off the bench and make an impact, it was normally a big impact as well. So, he is a threat. We look at Liam Hogan, former Gateshead captain, bags of experience, knows what it takes to get out of this division. A true leader in every sense of the word, and was part of a Gateshead side that was sort of on the brink of something positive that never really came to fruition. Not through his doing, I should say. He was a big part of the team at Gateshead at that point, and someone who I think he scored here, didn't he?
He did, yeah. He did score against us. It's the way it goes, isn't it, when a player comes back? Just having a look at the Gateshead side, we will go through the teams in full, but one name does stand out, that Joe Grayson, having been injured since the first game of the season, where he was having a fantastic game, it may be said. He's back now after that ankle injury. I think he dislocated his ankle, didn't he? Or very close to. And he's back on the bench, and lovely to see him working hard and getting back in amongst it.
Well, the big thing to say about Joe Grayson is that injury was done in the 91st minute, trying to keep a clean sheet when Gateshead were 5 up at the time.
Yeah.
Which, he was trying to, I think it was just keeping the ball in play, I think. Yeah. Wasn't even making a challenge. He was just trying to keep the ball and prevent it from going for a corner. And I think that just speaks volumes for what sort of player he is, what sort of lad he is. Demands the high standards of everyone around him, demands even higher standards of himself. It's been a long road to recovery over these last sort of 3-4 months, but lovely to see him back. And as we say, speaking about long roads to recovery, we can see a man in front of us here who's some positive news on him as well.
Yeah, well, we were just saying this. Obviously, Greg Ollie, for our audio listeners, has just walked out towards the Gateshead dugout. And I was just saying how the wonders of modern medical science and technology. He's walking out there. You wouldn't know that he had such a horrific injury just a few months ago. And, obviously he's still a fair way away from playing. But to see him walking unaided, and without any limp or any discomfort, it would seem, is absolutely fantastic to see.
And I think the last time I was here, he was still had a brace on.
Yeah.
I don't think he had crutches, but he certainly had a brace on. So to see him walking without one,
shows great progress.
It's a real plus, and speaks volumes, as you say, for modern medicine, modern sports science, all that. But it also speaks volumes for Greg Ollie, because it would have been easy to wallow in what had happened. But he's shown that positive attitude, and obviously his recovery's going as planned.
Well, it doesn't have to. I mean, he is the club captain, of course, and he shows that in every which way, even things that aren't seen away from the pitch. I can testify to that. But we'll have a look through the away side, of course. Ian Henderson on the bench, evergreen Ian Henderson, should we say? Still knows where the goal is, and that bench is still quite a decent bench to have.
Well, I can tell you one player that I've seen recently, which is Jada Akeke, who was on loan at South Shields from, I want to say, Stockport. Brilliant right back, really good going forward, strong, powerful. Maybe need to work a little bit on his end product, but I think that'll come over time. Someone to keep an eye on.
Yeah, and Gilmore as well in the starting lineup, a fantastic midfield player. He knows how to break it up, and he knows how to start it as well.
Well, like we say, there's a number. I mean, you look at players there that have played at this level for a number of years. You've got players like Devante Rodney, who, of course, was at Hartlepool United when they got relegated 4 or 5 years ago. I can't remember how long it was. Now, it feels like forever. He scored in the last day of the season when they got relegated. Really powerful, really quick forward. So, yeah, there's a number of players in this side. Sam Waller making on his second appearance after joining on loan. So it'll be interesting to see how this plays out. I think
it's interesting on the goalkeeping front. This is their 4th different goalkeeper in 4 games, so they're still trying to find a little bit of, should we say, unity or some kind of consistency at the back. But I will go through the away side. Rochdale, it's Sam Waller in goal, Kyron Gordon, Ryan East, Harvey Gilmore, Cairo Mitchell, Devante Rodney, Toby Adebayo, Roland, Connor McBride, Liam Hogan, Gilly Bayabeo, and it is Sam Beckworth. On the bench is Bradley Kelly, Tyron Alaraka, we'll go with that, Kyle Ferguson, Aidan Barlow, Matt Penny, Jade Okeki, and Ian Henderson. And this is our Gateshead lineup. We'll go through them again very shortly when the teams come out. We're about 6 minutes away from kickoff. It's Owen Mason in goal, Ben Radcliffe, Robbie Tinkler, Dan Jones, and the wing backs are Luke Hannant and Josh Williams, Captain Regan Booty, Callum Whelan, Ben Warman, Jacob Butterfield, and Owen Asseni. On the benches, Ollie Basie, Kane Adam, the returning Joe Grayson, as we mentioned before, Terrell Newton, Josh Holm, Ollie Thompson, and Javon Malcolm. And we were talking about somebody just before we came on air, and that's Jacob Butterfield. You weren't at the Aldershot game, and he made the goalkeeper work and stung his hands a few times throughout that game, and he just felt that a goal or two was going to come Jacob's way. And obviously he scored a beautiful free kick on Saturday. The man is rolling back the years. I mean, he's still younger than us, but in footballing terms, he's showing that he's still got it.
Very much so, and someone who's come in and made a real impact, a real positive impact. Gives Gateshead, I think, a little bit of control in key areas. Is able to dictate the game, and really can make a positive impact in that final third as well. I think you're seeing Owen Asseni, when he gets on the ball, Owen Asseni's quick to make a move because he knows that pass will come. Similar as he used to do with Greg Ollie when Greg was in the side for the first couple of games of the season, pre-season. So, yeah, really interesting to see where Jacob plays as well, because he's kind of been playing a little bit further forward.
He has himself and Whelan have been playing 2 number 10 roles, so to speak, just behind the forward. And of course, it's paying dividends because both of them have been on the score sheet in recent weeks. Of course, Whelan scoring 2 and 2. And another player that maybe had like a little dip in form in between managers and now coming back to his best.
Look, I think the departure of Rob Elliott had a big impact here mentally. I think there were players obviously disappointed that he left because he was the one who brought them the club and sold them the long-term project. I'm not saying they were disappointed in Rob, just disappointed to see him go.
It's the circle of football, isn't it?
It really is.
You bring people in, a bit like how last week I had one of the players on commentary with me. It wasn't you, Mark. It just wasn't you, and so we all have these ups and downs.
It's a long season. It was squad rotation.
It is, yeah, squad. But we're back to the 18 today. But yeah, no, it's going to be a fantastic game. If you're just joining us, it's Gateshead versus Rochdale here in the National League, where the Heat Army podcast bringing you full match live commentary with Mark Carruthers, and we're also live on National League TV. And if you're watching or listening on YouTube, please do drop us a subscribe. It would be very nice. And join us next week as well, next Monday night at 8 p.m. for the Heat Army podcast, where we'll be talking about this game and the Braintree game on Saturday. And not only that, we'll be previewing the Sunderland game on December the 4th in the... don't know how to describe it, in the much talked about National League Cup competition.
Often discussed.
Yes. So please, if you'd like to join us, we'd love you to do that. And join us on our social medias at Heed_Army on Twitter and at Heed Podcast on Instagram. And if you're on Facebook, search for Heed Army Podcast Live and drop us a like. It'd be very much appreciated. And looking around, the Tyne Weir stand is filling up. It's rather weird because we've got a big gaping gap next to us on our right hand side because there's some seats are going to be renovated here, and there's 3 rows that are missing, and it feels like a chasm.
It's like a stand section, isn't it? Like with Dortmund, a place like that.
Well, let's hope there isn't a bouncing section there. We'll not say anything. But it does look like we are about to get underway here at Gateshead International Stadium. The teams come out onto the pitch. Gateshead leads out Regan Booty, and it is Kyron Gordon, the captain of Rochdale this evening. And this is how the visitors line up this evening. Sam Waller in goal, Kyron Gordon, Ryan East, Harvey Gilmore, Cairo Mitchell, Devante Rodney, Tony Barry Rowland, Connor McBride, Liam Hogan, Jilly Balbio, should I say, and Sam Beckworth. On the bench is Bradley Kelly, Tyron Aracaria, should I say, Kyle Ferguson, Aidan Barlow, Matt Penny, and Jid Okeki, and Ian Henderson. For Gateshead, this is how they line up. It's Owen Mason in goal, Ben Radcliffe, Robbie Tinkler, Dan Jones, Luke Hannant, and Josh Williams. The captain is Regan Booty, Callum Whelan, Ben Warman, Jacob Butterfield, and Owen Senny. On the bench is Ollie Basie, Kane Adam, returning Joe Grayson, Terrell Newton, Josh Holm, Ollie Thompson, and Javon Malcolm. And Gateshead in their familiar white and black strips, with the visitors in red and black stripes. And we're all ready to get underway here. The away fans to the north end of the Tyne Weir stand are making a good noise at the moment. So we're all set up. It is, I would say, it's a brisk, Mark, but it's not as cold as it could be because there's no wind.
Yeah, and also I don't know if it's coming across on the screen, but there is a lovely sheen to the pitch, which is, we believe, just a bit of a dew across there, which will obviously make for slick play, which can work in both sides' favour. Both like to get the ball down and play it. So we'll see how this plays out. It's going to be, I would argue, because of that dew on the pitch, it's going to be a nightmare for goalkeepers.
Well, it is on that case, but good without the wind. It normally swirls around here.
I'll remind you, this is in about an hour when the wind gets up.
Yeah, quite possibly. But on the banks of the Tyne, we have no wind. The captain and the Gateshead captain and Rochdale captain are just going through the chat with the referee. We're going to do the coin toss, and we'll find out which way we are shooting momentarily. But once again, thank you for joining us here on National League TV and on the Heed Army podcast audio stream. It's a pleasure to be with you, and we hope that you enjoy this evening's fare. It should be a cracking game. Both sides wanting to cement themselves into the playoffs a little bit more. And as you say, Mark, both sides like to play football.
Yeah, which, I mean, I spoke to Carl Magnay regarding the game, and he spoke about it being the fact that it was going to be a real tactical battle. He called it, could be like a chess game. And I think we saw that last year, didn't we? That Dijon Brown goal, which decided it. But there was very little between the two sides that day, and I think we'll probably see something similar today.
Well, the huddle has just departed each other for Rochdale. Gateshead are shooting towards the River Tyne. Rochdale towards the Felon end. We're about to get underway, and it's National League action here on National League TV with the zone as it is now. Butterfield and Whelan stand over the ball at the moment. And we're waiting for the referee. There we go. We're underway. As Regan Booty puts the ball over the top, looking for Oseni, but Rochdale clear it, and they're on the break themselves as Dan Jones calmly nods it down towards Owen Mason and the Gateshead goal.
Yeah, real signal intent from both sides there, wasn't it? Just trying to get the ball forward quickly.
Long kick from Mason, which is going to be no trouble for the Rochdale defence. There's it back to Waller, who clears it in turn. Tinkler wins the ball, gets it to Butterfield. Butterfield has it flicked out from Booty. And now Jones can play it back to Tinkler in the centre of defence. And we're seeing a high line and press from Rochdale at the moment. Gateshead not afforded the time and space that they normally are from visiting teams. They've obviously done their homework. Mason playing like a defender outside of the box with the ball. Pings the ball forward and headed away by Liam Hogan, but it's going to fall to Hannant. And Josh Williams is playing the left-hand side here, wing back. We thought it might be in right wing back, but he's on the left-hand side. Jones just dispossessed, and the ball goes out for a Gateshead throw.
Yeah, this is with the high line there. Someone from Gateshead, one of the midfielders, needs to make a late run here, because obviously they're trying to press Onasani back towards his own goal. If someone makes a late run, you're in here.
Ball over the top towards Hannant. Has been able to keep it in, gets it to Whelan, back to Hannant, down the line. Radcliffe gets his first touch and plays it all the way back to Owen Mason.
There's a nice balance to the back three, isn't there? You know, you look at the left-footed Jones on the left, you've got Radcliffe on the right, and Tinkler sort of dictating in the middle almost.
Well, the ball comes out to Jones now, who takes a touch and plays it back to Tinkler. And Gateshead just very content to keep a hold of the ball at the moment. Hannant drops deep to receive the ball on the right-hand side. Plays it all the way back to Owen Mason. Gateshead just
He's had more touches than anyone else, hasn't he?
Owen Mason? Calmly trying to pick out a pass as Gateshead don't get to the ball. Devante Rodney on the edge of the area, holds it up, pokes it out to the left-hand side, waiting for a cross to come in from Kyron Mitchell, and it's a deep one and goes out behind for a goal kick. But that was a quick bit of movement, clever from Devante to bring in Mitchell on the far side.
We spoke about the possibility it could be a tactical battle. I think you've seen that already. You look at Rochdale trying to press Gateshead high, trying to make the pitch compact, and trying to deny space. And at the moment, we are very early in the game, we should say, now in 3 minutes, but it's doing the trick.
Oh, we've just seen that. There's still more telling Mitchell to keep higher up the pitch, keep the press on, close the gaps. And Gateshead, they're going to play out from the back. And now we're going on. I was wondering what the linesman was flagging for there. That was a strange one. Well,
I don't know if he's trying to say because the ball went backwards.
I don't know, but there's a throw-in on the far side taken. Gateshead play the ball back to Tinkler. Tinkler brings Mason into play. He's got a player on either side of him, but I think he's going to... He does. He gets it out to Jones. Bit harder than he was probably expecting, but it goes back to Mason.
Make sure he's awake.
But it's a very, very high line from the visitors. And the ball over the top now. Gateshead trying to look to exploit it, but the ball has going to fall to Whelan again. Good work, though, from Gilmore in midfield for Rochdale. Plays the ball forward, and Rodney has the ball now. He's got support coming up with him, but Tinkler is over there with Williams. Cuts inside with Rodney. Rodney cuts inside again, goes for the shot on the left foot, and calmly placed back to Owen Mason, but Devante Rodney looking dangerous in the early stages.
Yeah, you know he's got that pace to get in behind, so Gateshead got to be careful trying to play a bit of a high line of their own.
Warman has the ball. This left-hand side of the pitch just slows it down back to Booty on the halfway line. Still on the left-hand side, ball over the top, looking to try and exploit that high line, but they stand tall and they break now as Devante Rodney nearly wins the ball. It's a little bit messy in midfield there, and Gateshead can pump the ball up the pitch now as ball falls down to Booty in midfield. Williams takes a touch, plays it inside to Booty. Crossfield ball, finds Hannon in space, brings the ball down well. Gateshead can try and build again from the back to Tinkler. 5 minutes gone. Been quite a fast-paced game so far. There's Williams under pressure. There's the ball there. Sorry, it's Cairo Mitchell. That's number 9. That's the run forward, not Rodney. Getting that confused. Just get myself back. But yeah, Cairo Mitchell definitely been looking sharp. Waller with a long kick up towards Rodney, but the ball bounces out of play for a throw-in on the far side. Only took 5 minutes to get the right between the two players. As Tinkler receives the ball, and you can see the temperature is very cold out there. You can start to see the player's breath out there on the pitch.
This is all your fault, Dave. Saying it was.
I know I said it wasn't as bad, but whoop, apologies for that. As Tinkler has the ball.
Just needs a little bit of a spark here from Gateshead. Again, I know we are really early in the game, but
it's a compact midfield defence and it's so high, and Gateshead are going to have to try and find the right ball to break it down, or as you said earlier on, someone has to break from midfield to make the space.
It's just a little bit of a different run.
It's a ball over the top for Hannant on the far side, brings it down. Needs some support. He's holding the ball up, plays it down the line to Radcliffe. Radcliffe puts a ball into the centre towards, but it's been cleared, but only as far as Williams. Williams, left-hand side of the box. Cuts in, puts it towards Oseni. Oh, great save by Waller down at his feet. Hasn't been cleared yet, though. And now they can clear the ball, Rochdale. But that was a great finish, only as far as Booty. And now Whelan in the box. Warman wins the corner. And that was a fantastic stop, but it was a good build-up for the header.
Yeah, it's a reaction save, isn't it? It's straight at him at his feet. But it's a reaction save. He's had to get his feet moving.
It's been taken quickly, the corner. Butterfield plays it to Booty. Booty plays inside to Warman. Edge of the area. Williams, he scuffs it. And now Rochdale, he wins the ball back, though. And pokes the ball out to Butterfield. Gateshead camped out inside the box. Can the delivery come in? It comes in low. It's cleared out only as far as Booty. The screams to shoot. Tries to chip it in. And a handball. It did catch the hand, but the referee says accidental. And Radcliffe now can get the ball to Booty. Out to this left-hand side. Williams, can he open up and run down with the ball? Cuts inside of it. A lot of too much there, but he does well to win the ball back.
Good intensity from Gateshead.
But he did kind of run into a brick wall there, but the ball is still with Gateshead, and Hannant can get the ball to Tinkler in the centre circle, and Radcliffe gets the ball to Hannant. Hannant with a first-time ball deflects, and Gilmore picks it up in midfield, and he has to turn round. Whelan did well to cover the play and stop the break. And now Rochdale try and build from the back. Hogan. There's a ball to East. Out now to Gordon. Gordon pings the ball over the top. There is a runner, but the ball is going to stay in here. But Dan Jones has got over there and wins the foul. Does very well there against Conor McBride. And I'm guessing it's a free kick to Gateshead.
Did well there, Jones. Just got in front of the man. Brought the foul. I don't think this is one to play out from here, Gateshead.
No, I think maybe go a little bit longer with this one, as it has done, up towards Oniseni, but Liam Hogan wins the header, only as far as Warman. It's going to bounce, and Whelan can get onto it and put it out to Hannant on the far side. Hannant's first time ball through.
Offside, I think.
Tried to get there, but Gateshead. The offside flag goes up now, and it's a free kick to Rochdale. 9 minutes gone, 0-0 if you want to just join us.
Yeah, that's one I think Oniseni just had to leave. I think he was offside when the initial attempted pass was made.
Well, I think Carl Magnay's comments of it being a chess game is probably quite accurate here at the moment. But at the moment, we're seeing a very regimented defence from the visitors. High line, but it's working thus far.
But you can also see that pace that they've got in attacking areas is going to be difficult for Gateshead to manage and contain.
Cairo Mitchell, who I mistakenly thought was Devante Rodney, but he's a pocket rocket, isn't he? He can get about there, and he seems to find space.
Need some movement here.
Oh, well, Mason gets the ball through. Lovely touch from Butterfield. Can get it to Warman. Warman has Williams on the left-hand side, who he uses now. Plays it into the centre where Booty had lots of space. There's a run in there from Hannant Whelan. It's been kept. Didn't get kept in. But Whelan appreciates the ball through.
It's probably exactly the sort of ball that needs to be played there. You can see that high line across the edge of the area. It's going to have to be some sort of different run from a Gateshead player to break in behind.
Needs to be an arced run. That was a little bit straight, wasn't it? But
just unfortunately, just a little bit too much on the ball from Booty, but positive signs.
Well, Tinkler lets the ball go through. Mason, his ball wasn't the greatest there, going straight to a red and black shirt, but Gateshead win it back in midfield as Booty has it now. Whelan looks to get the ball moving, drives forward with the ball, gives it back to Hannant. Booty can just slow it down and bring Jones into play on the halfway line. Williams starting to get more involved in the game as it goes on. Gateshead pass it around the back with Tinkler. Now Radcliffe. Ball over the top, looking for the run of Oseni, but the keeper was well placed there for the anticipation of the ball.
We spoke about the sort of moisture on top of the pitch there before the game, and I think if you're going to play a ball like that, it's got to be perfect. That's the problem I think both teams are finding at the moment is that ball over the top or in behind, you've got to have a perfect weight on it.
Yeah, it's so there were watering the pitch before the game, but not as extensive. But no, ball goes out to the far side there. Conor McBride had made a dart and run through the middle and no one's seen it, but at the moment Rodney has the ball. Gilmore back to Rodney. It's going to go all the way back to Liam Hogan. He's got Gordon in space on this right-hand side who he uses. Back to Gordon. Gordon drives forward with the ball. He's got the man on the outside. Can he cross the ball in? He can. It's pulled there. There's Jones to hook it clear. And then Williams for good measure. And it's a throw-in just in front of the Gateshead dugout. Quickly taken. Hogan gives it to East.
I think there's the threat summed up from Rochdale. You know, that quick pass, the 1-2, give and go. Got the player in behind Gateshead on the right-hand side here. Just the quality of ball in the end wasn't quite good enough. But that's been a common theme in the open time.
Rodney cuts in from the left-hand side, feeds it back out, gets the ball back inside the box, but his touch just took him away and gave the opportunity for Hannon to get in front of him, who's defending, and now cleared by Gateshead, long up towards Oseni, beaten to the ball. Ball headed up in the air. Gateshead do manage to get the ball moving as Oseni turns nice. Can he bring a player into it? Gets it across to Jones, and Gateshead can bring the ball forward now. Jones inside to Booty. Booty quickly gets it to Warman, who tries to turn his man, but turns into Roland. And the ball is back with the Gateshead goalkeeper now. There's no slow build-up here, Mark. When it moves, it moves.
It really is both sides, just until you say that now.
Yeah.
Gateshead hold on to the ball. But no, you're right. When both teams are getting in that final third, it's quick, short passing and just trying to unlock both defences.
Jones, under pressure, just turns from McBride and plays it back to Tinkler. Tinkler across to his goalkeeper, who's outside the box. Finds Booty. Booty under pressure from Gilmore. Gives it back to Owen Mason.
That's firing passes in Mason, doesn't he?
Yeah. Well, he's going to ping one over the top looking for a run. Brutally brought down by Butterfield. Tried to feed it through for Oseni, but just too much on it. As you say, Mark, it's finding that right way to pass.
Well, I think that would have been the right way, but I think Oseni's gone to make that run to the left, and then he's just paused his run as Butterfield was making the pass. So
Gateshead turned under pressure at the back for Rochdale.
It's a great ball.
Been cleared up the top, though. Brought down by Rodney. You can turn. There is men on this side. If McBride looks up, plays it across East. There is a man on the right-hand side. Roland, can he put the ball into the box? Comes off Williams, and it's a corner.
Yeah, Gateshead got a little bit of a problem down this right-hand side where Williams is getting doubled up on. And it's not quite been figured out by Gateshead yet, but if they don't do it quickly and they don't figure it out quickly, they're going to get caught out.
Well, Liam Hogan is coming up for the corner. We all know what he can do on set pieces. Big, strong defender. As we await East to put the corner in for Rochdale. Goes short, gets back to East, and it's a bit of a one from Gordon into the box, headed clear though, and there's Rodney on the edge of the area. He's going to go for a, well, we'll not describe what that was, but it was an awful shot. And, Booty wiped out there by Beckworth, and I think that might be a yellow card, you know.
I think that's harsh, I could be honest. I think that's really harsh booking. I think it's too early for that. There's no malice in it.
I can see why he has done it, because he swiped at the back of the legs, but it is harsh, I think, at this stage.
The problem is when you book someone so early, you set the standard for bookings, you know. So I don't think there's a very high bar for bookings from now on.
No, I think that was a caution all day long, really. But we're not the men in the middle.
Thankfully.
Yeah, it's too cold. Well, we're back underway. Ball at Mason's feet. Tinkler in the centre of the Gateshead defence. Gives it to Warman. Warman under pressure to Jones. Trying to turn the screw with the pressure. Rochdale on the Gateshead defence. Really has been a good battle so far. As Tinkler has the ball just inside his area. Back to Mason. As I say, it's just finding these gaps to play out from. Warman makes a run over to this left-hand side. Comes to Jones, now to Warman. Warman plays it forward, but it was a bit of a blind pass. And McBride has the ball. Williams.
Oh, I think that's a foul.
Well, that was a foul if the other one was. And Gateshead on the attack as they keep the ball moving. As Warman now can he send the ball through the middle? Oseni's on the run. He would have been offside if it had went through, but it's still with Gateshead. Butterfield. He held on to it too long there, Warman. Booty on the ball, plays it back to Jones inside his own half. Just crosses the halfway line with it. Williams dispossessed, and now Rollins can bring the ball forward. He's got Devante Rodney on the left, who he uses, and now the ball's played out. Can the cross come in for Rochdale? Oh, he's got left the ball behind him by Abu. And, they still have the ball, though. Beckworth drives with it, lays it out on the far side. We wait the cross. Rodney gives it back to East, hits off the referee, goes to the captain, Gordon. Now East has it back to Gordon. Now Roland on the right-hand side of the Gateshead box. Lays it off to Conor McBride. McBride stands, gives the ball back to Roland. Up against Jones, tries to get a cross in, hits it off Jones's legs. It's still in play. And at the moment, Rochdale camped out in and around Gateshead's final third here. McBride. Well, Gateshead win the ball back, but it falls back to Gordon. East. Best bit of sustained pressure we've had from the visitors so far as it's back inside their own half. Beckworth now brings the ball forward. Tries to get his teammates running. Bayabu has it on the left-hand side. Rodney tries to play it through. He does, and the ball comes into the centre, pulled back. And just clear off the line. Here comes a shot from East. Goes through, cleared, another deflection. And Gateshead get out of jail free there.
Well, not yet.
Not yet. Well, from the initial shots, that is, Radcliffe clears the ball, and it only goes as far as a Rochdale player. And at the moment, Rochdale enjoying themselves. In comes the cross, goes, it's deflected through. Williams is going to have to stand firm. He does. Was he fouled? Yes, he was.
Just a mess there, Gateshead, weren't they, for a bit? Just got themselves in the right tangle. Mess is probably harsh, but certainly in a bit of a tangle.
At 6s and 7s, Mark.
That's
what we'll say. But, as you say, we know Rochdale, as you say, down this right-hand side, they're moving the ball well, and they're getting the better of Williams. Unfortunately, I don't think he's getting the cover he needs at the moment. But 90 minutes gone, still 0-0, and Gateshead have taken the free kick. Radcliffe gets the ball to Hannant.
We should say we haven't got replays here, but Gateshead's Twitter has just said that hit the post.
Oh, well, from our angle, it was very hard to tell. I thought it was another boot that cleared it, but Beckworth brings it down on the far side. It hits it off a Gateshead player, but it falls back to Hogan. Gateshead trying to turn the screw in midfield and win it, and they do. And now Booty has the ball, needs to send the ball for Oseni, and Well, Gordon just gets his body in the way there and stops the run, but Waller has to see the ball out, plays it off. Oseni doesn't get it go out though, and it falls to Gilmore. And from a game that was a little bit tentative and good breaks, it went a little bit scrappy.
Yeah, I think
from Gateshead's point of view.
Rochdale have been excellent so far. I think that.
Well, the ball here on this right-hand side, but Williams. Oh, there's a foul when the ball was played. It's a free kick. Gordon quickly takes it, and now Rolling on this right-hand side. He's got time to aim for a player. Plays in the centre. Oh, what a save from Owen Mason. Fingertips onto the crossbar. And the fourth official is having a word with the Rochdale bench. And Carl Magnier was a little bit aggrieved that they took that quickly.
I think Magnier was more annoyed at the fact that Gateshead weren't switched onto it.
Yeah.
I'm not entirely sure what they're talking to the officials about, the fourth official.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's maybe the booking.
Possibly.
Oh, maybe they feel it should have been a booking because of the booking that was done earlier.
Well, they'd have a point on that front, but it's a corner. McBride is going to take it on our right-hand side here. 21 minutes gone. 0-0. Rochdale with a corner. Not going short with this one. McBride puts it in. Wasn't it? Oh, and what a dangerous ball. Went right through and out for a goal kick. And I tell you what, Mark, all that needed was a shoelace and it could have ended up in the back of the net.
Absolutely. And again, Gateshead not really dealing with the ball in the box very well. Rochdale really threatening here.
Yep. They've found their stride, haven't they? They've soaked up what Gateshead threatened with early on. And now it is a case of trying to.
I think it's nothing more than we expected, though.
Without a doubt. As now the visitors. Well, no, it's not. It's Gateshead on the ball now. Sorry, it's Warman brings it forward. It's got Williams on this left-hand side. Gets past his man. Can Williams get into the box? Crosses it in. It's dangerous one. It bounces through. But the clearance has went back over and Gateshead have the ball on the edge of the box. Butterfield gives it to Booty. Williams now, left-hand side. Gets it inside to Warman. Warman, can he play a ball into the centre and hit the first defender? And Gateshead do have the ball, though, still, when it's been cleared. Booty on the ball to Tinkler. Tinkler under pressure. Jones looks to play a ball over the top, looking for the run of Butterfield, but asking a little bit too much of Gateshead's number 4 there.
Better from Gateshead, but at the minute there's not much between the two sides, is there?
Not at all. As Jones wins the header. East wins the following header, but Butterfield gets in front, controls the ball. Can he distribute it off to a teammate? He can. Whelan finds Radcliffe. Tinkler to Jones. Tell you what, the work rate off the ball from Rochdale has been very impressive.
It really has.
Well, Tinkler. Oh, Jones just, I don't know if he got caught on the boot there, but he does seem to be limping a little bit. But a ball over the top down the right-hand side. Nobody there really, but Oseni's chasing the ball down back to the keeper. Hogan gives it to East. Butterfield's there helping with the press. Now Whelan trying to slow it down, but Rodney turns. Good work from Booty to try and slow it down, but Rodney was better on his feet, and now Conor McBride can bring this ball forward. He's got Rolling on his right-hand side. McBride only has one thing on his mind. Made the keeper work, but he did have a dangerous ball on the right-hand side there.
Yeah, he's done well there. Obviously got it at the second attempt, but he's offside here, sadly, by the way.
Ball bounces and gets involved past his man. Oseni, can he keep the ball in? As Hogan was caught napping a little bit there. Oseni inside, gets to the Butterfield now. Warman on the corner of the box. He wants some support. Williams to Butterfield. There isn't many targets in the box. There's a lot of red shirts there. As Warman now takes it down to the dead ball line, crosses it in, headed away by Rochdale. Oh, it's going to fall to Warman. Edge of the area. Whelan. Butterfield. Can he put it out to Williams? He can. Williams puts one in. It's not the highest one. It's headed clear. And now it falls to Rochdale to try and clear it. But Booty wins the ball. Well, Booty won the ball and Gilmore is rolling on the ground. He definitely won the ball and then caught Gilmore, but that was a fair tackle in my view.
He's won the ball and played off. I mean, the follow-through's a natural thing.
Yeah.
I think, you know what?
Well, it's going to have to give a yellow if the other tackle before was a yellow. We said before he set a dangerous precedent, and now he's done it.
That's bizarre.
Well, there we go. Gilmore miraculously all right after the yellow was shown. Gilmore will have to stay away from them 50-50s if he doesn't like them. 25 minutes gone, 0-0. Well, East is going to take the free kick.
Yeah, truly bizarre one, that. You wouldn't say it was excessive force or anything like that.
Well, he won the ball in good time.
Yeah, and I mean,
then Gilmore's come running in to get it as well.
You can't help the follow through, but so be it.
Well, ball up towards Rollins, heads the ball on. It's going to stay in, but Williams gets back there to play it off Rollins, and it's a throw into Gateshead. Adabio Rollins, even. Adabio rolling. Hey. Well, it is quite the game so far.
It's an intriguing watch. I hope that's coming across at home, by the way. Two sides trying to figure each other out, I think, at the moment, and struggling to.
Well, McBride brings the ball down. It comes off Williams, though. Adabio rolling is going to take this throw. Captain Gordon receives it back. In turn it goes. Gordon kept his run going, but Gateshead clear it. Hogan, good calm defending there, just nods it down to Beckworth. As Rodney gives it to Beckworth. Beckworth does get it to, it gets the ball back on the underlap. Can he cross the ball in down to the dead ball line, pulls it back across to Rodney, takes it down, the ball went out there. But nearly pulled it back in there, Rodney, didn't he? Right on the line.
I think it'd be safe to say that's where the threat's coming, isn't it? Down the wings for Gateshead. Rochdale really got a lot of pace down there. They're making some, as you said there, underlaps and overlaps that are really causing Gateshead some problems.
Ball played up towards Oseni, but Hogan more than capable of dealing with that, and the ball falls in midfield. Rochdale come away with it.
Haven't seen much of Luke Hannon, have we?
No, it's been a little bit quiet in this one. Beckworth. McBride's made a run through the centre, and the ball goes through to Radcliffe, gets it down, and now Booty can bring the ball forward.
Run. Where's his runs?
Well, there wasn't anyone really angling to make space there, was there?
When you get your most creative midfielder on the ball in Regan Booty, you've got to give him something.
I thought maybe Oseni might have pulled over a little bit to try and give space for a run, but at the moment, Gordon pings the ball up looking for Mitchell. Tinkler's there to keep it under control and gives it to Jones. Never seems to panic, Tinkler.
Doesn't need it, does he?
There's Booty. Plays it to Butterfield in the centre. Butterfield looks up. He's got Hannon on the far side. He's got a runner through the middle in Whelan, but the ball just skims away from him. And now it's Bayabio can clear the ball up only as far as Radcliffe, who gets the ball down to Booty in turn. Booty gets the ball back from Jones.
Right, where's the run?
There's a run, but the ball wasn't the greatest. And Gateshead just need to find their radar on the final third, because they're getting into positions, but the targets aren't there.
Yeah, I think, again, it's a quality of ball. Just hasn't quite come yet. But I think you could probably say the same about both sides, to be fair. They're both just not hitting the patterns yet. Again, we go back to what Carl Magny said before the game. It was going to be a game of chess, and it certainly is.
Warman plays the ball back to Jones. Across to Tinkler. Radcliffe back in the centre to Gateshead's number 2.
It's a movement.
Well, high line pushed up from the visitors, making Gateshead play the ball back. Ball over the top, looking for a runner, and Hannon is going to chase this down on the far side. He's going to get there as well, but he needs support. Plays it down the line. Gateshead can get men forward here. Booty, edge of the area, plays it through. There is Whelan. Whelan with a shot off the post. Oh, both sides have hit the woodwork, and the ball comes back out to Gateshead, and the free kick's being given. Handball, the referee says, but Gateshead's best chance of the game so far.
Yeah,
30 minutes.
He's kind of done everything right, hasn't he? Going across goal, he's got to do that. Hit the inside of the post. It's a great effort, a good low drive, but bit of a let-off for the visitors.
Well, when you get a runner, that's how you do it.
Well, we're talking about getting Booty in, further forward and giving him time to find runners, and that's exactly what he's done there. That's what we know Regan Booty can do.
Well, we've seen the visitors have used it to good effect so far. Gateshead starting to get in there. Williams tries to get past his man, and East in midfield can play it back to Waller. Both goalkeepers haven't made fantastic instinct saves so far in this game. Waller chips the ball to Gordon, crosses the halfway line, right hand side. That'll be a rolling. Holds the ball up, plays it back down towards Hogan, who puts it over the top. Looking for McBride. The ball skims off the back of the Gateshead head, and a shot off from Cairo Mitchell, and he really should have hit the target there.
Just no conviction in the effort. It's got to him quite fortunately, but he's just didn't look as if he had any confidence he was going to score there. Again, that's a big let-off for Gateshead, I think.
He had in hindsight, he had time to take a touch and maybe get another shot away, but from a Gateshead perspective, they'll not be complaining too much. There's Radcliffe. Gives the ball to Tinkler. Jones is peeled off to this left-hand side. Booty. Gives it to Warman. Warman has a runner in Williams. Plays inside to Oseni, though. Oseni, if he looks up, can play it out there. Was he fouled? Referee says yes. And I don't know if that was a foul mark.
I think that one was.
Do you think?
But I don't think it's a yellow card.
Yeah.
I think he's just caught him. He's unlucky, the Rochdale defender, because I think Oseni's literally just got to the ball before and nicked him past him. This is dangerous, though, because we know what Regan Booty can do from here.
Well, every man back for Rochdale. They're not going to try and break with this one unless it's from their own box. But Gateshead, we know the delivery has to be right when you've got the aerial presence of Liam Hogan in defence, just to name one. Beckwith as well. In comes the ball. It's going to go around towards the back and put out for a corner on the far side.
With Dan Jones far post, I think.
Yeah, well, we're going to see Butterfield with a delivery now. 33 minutes gone. If you're just joining us 0-0 here on DAZN National League TV.
There's a short one on to Booty. It's closed off now.
As we wait the delivery. In it comes. It's headed away, but the Gateshead on the edge of the area can get it out to Hannant. Back to Booty. Booty's got, plays a ball across. Radcliffe nods the ball down.
Offside.
Well, offside. A deflected goal that will not stand.
Would have been slightly fortunate, wouldn't it?
Yeah. I wonder if he hadn't have been offside, if that would have been given for handball, because it seemed just to hit him, didn't it?
Yeah, possibly. But, a good little bit of pressure there from Gateshead, but still goalless.
Well, they're trying to push out from the front here as Warman. And nearly paid off there, but Rochdale get the ball moving. But an awful pass in midfield, and Gateshead can get back on the attack here as Butterfield gives it to Booty. Whelan to Butterfield. Now Hannant on the right-hand side. We play back to Radcliffe. Booty.
Good.
Picks out Tinkler on the halfway line. They can bring the ball forward a few yards. He slows it down, gives it to Booty. Hannant, he nearly made the run on the far side, but it comes out to Radcliffe. Radcliffe just puts it back inside. Now the ball out to Hannant. Beckwith just having to slow it down and try and play it back to his keeper. Get under pressure, but does clear the ball out of play. Nothing silly. Sometimes I like to say that from a goalkeeper and a defender. Just put it out.
Yeah, I'm not sure that was massively intentional, Dave. I think he shanked that one, I've got to be honest.
I was just trying to be nice. As now Tinkler has the ball.
No move. there's not a lot of space. But Gateshead have got to give options here.
Well, at the moment, it's back with Tinkler, just inside his own half. Under pressure, gets it to Jones. Jones plays the ball through, finds Whelan. Whelan, he's got Warman if he wants, plays it inside to Oseni. Oseni on the edge of the area. Can he get a shot off? He can, but it deflects back to Whelan. And Gateshead need to break down this wall of red shirts as Booty puts it out to Williams. Williams has the overlap, but he cuts inside of it, gives it to Butterfield. Butterfield looks to chip this one over towards the back post towards Hannant.
Oh, well done. Brilliant defense.
Cleared by Obeo there. And Gateshead trying to close down Rodney. Rodney holding the ball up. East.
He's done really well there.
Now Gordon can try and pick out a pass. He wants to get this ball forward and away from danger's way. Williams puts the ball out for Gateshead and it's a throw in to the visitors. Well, we're having real phases of passages of play where it's lightning. Once again, a big thank you to everyone joining us on the audio stream on YouTube, on the Heat Army podcast, and of course to everyone watching on DAZN with the National League TV subscription. As Gateshead win the ball back there, as Mitchell was trying to win the ball. Mason pings the ball up a bit blind. It's been brought down by Obeo. Sorry. Gateshead trying to win the ball on the far side, appeals for offside, but nothing given. Ball comes in, and it's going to go all the way through to Owen Mason. And Gateshead just have to be more switched on here because it's a matter of time before they get their range of passing right in those areas.
Yeah, I think, we talk about the quality of that Rochdale in the final third. You know it's going to click at some point, or you'd imagine it will. So Gateshead have, as you say, got to be keyed into this game.
Ball over the top, looking for the run of Oseni. It's asking a lot of him to go up against three defenders, isn't it? And he's trying to pick the pocket of them and find space, but it's just not happening at the moment.
And again, we talked about the quality of the ball has to be inch perfect. Now, where's his run?
Well, Booty plays the ball across to Jones. Jones has a little bit of space, but quickly closed down by McBride, who's been fantastic off the ball so far. Ball over the top there.
It's three stand still.
I do feel that we need to see Oseni just arcing his runs and maybe, chancing himself with different defenders. He's just staying very central at the moment.
But I'd also argue that the supporting three in midfield need to do a little bit more in making those late runs.
At the moment, ball up there's Rodney brings it down under pressure. He does really well there. Ball out to Gordon now. There's a few players on the toes for Rochdale, but East plays it back to Gordon, and Gordon gets it out here to Adebeo Rollins. Back to Gordon. Liam Hogan looks to get this ball moving forward. Lifted his head up straight away, and there's the ball up, but Jones can win the header unchallenged. Gets it to Booty. Booty to Radcliffe. Radcliffe just plays it back to Tinkler. It's quite clever that, because there's a few players offside for Gateshead if he had played that ball forward. Very high line from the visitors. A ball through now for Oseni, but Gordon's there just to marshal it down, and Rochdale try and build themselves again from the back.
It's really interesting from Oseni. Quite frustrating because he's almost not willing to challenge for the first ball.
Mm-hmm.
He's letting it run past him. It's a good turn.
Well,
that'll be a booking.
Yeah, well, there's a free kick.
That really should be a booking, by the way.
Hand on his shoulder there. But 39 minutes gone, 0-0.
Again, just saying, if that first one was a booking,
then
that one is.
Yeah, without a doubt. Ball out to Gordon. Gordon carries it over the halfway line. East is shown from inside, but now the run there. And that's a good run from Adebeo Rollins, but the ball just went too close to the goalkeeper. And once again, we're seeing them exploit these touch lines, aren't we? They're pulling wide and
creating space.
Yeah.
Creating space. It's must be something Gateshead need to do a little bit more, try and get the wide men in the game just a bit more. It's not that easy.
Well, as Whelan plays the ball back to Radcliffe. So inside the Gateshead half at the moment. Across the defence to Tinkler. The work rate off the ball, again, exemplary from the visitors. And now ball played forward to Whelan. He's got time to turn. So is Butterfield. He needs a runner though. Can he? Oh, it's just good tackle there from Gilmore. And now they're on the attack. As on the far side, Bayabiu has the ball. He's looking for. He's found McBride in the area. Goes for a shot. Ricochets off Gateshead legs. Back out onto the far side. Now they're looking to get a delivery into the box. And well, that was a wayward pass and slowed down the momentum of the visitors. Well, and it's a free kick given there. As Butterfield goes down injured. Someone's asking if it's the normal cameraman tonight. It isn't. It's a different one.
Was it?
Yes. So we don't have Jack with us tonight. We have somebody else. So if it isn't the norm, but we do have a break in play, and it is on into 41 minutes. And Jacob Butterfield is down on the ground at the moment, and just checking on him, the medical staff for Gateshead. And it is that hot. You can see the players actually steaming out there at the moment.
Just a reminder, the 50-50 draw winning ticket is 4915.
Well, let's see, I've got a break in play at the moment. Jacob Butterfield is down for Gateshead. There will be a free kick to the visitors when we resume. But Butterfield seems to be still lying on the ground there.
I think that when he's going to make the challenge, I think the player's going to kick through him.
Well, we'll have to see if he can continue. Hopefully he can. So we've got about 5 minutes to the break, and then any stoppages if there is any.
Doesn't look good, this.
No, it doesn't, does it? He hasn't really moved, and it's a cold evening. It's not the type of night you want to be lying on the ground.
Certainly not.
I
do wonder if there could be a need for a change here.
Well, we have seen Tyrell Newton warming up, as well as Javon Malcolm.
Well, Javon Malcolm's played in that number 10 role, hasn't he?
Yeah.
But I just wonder, just for a little bit of energy in midfield, if it may be worth...
He's still down at the moment.
Tyrell Newton coming on.
Yeah. Well, he's up on his feet. Hopefully...
Doesn't look comfortable.
No. Well, we'll see if he can continue, but not the type of player to go down and stay down. So he must have felt something. When we get underway, we've got a free kick to Rochdale, just near the centre circle inside the Gateshead half. Very central. Interesting to see Magny and Jones having a good talk with Josh Williams there. Obviously, he's seen the how they've been exploited once or twice down this
100%
right-hand side.
Looks like he's come back on.
Yep. It must have been one of those stinging ones. But Butterfield stands on the touchline waiting to come back on after this free kick is taken. It's been taken short, cross into the box, headed clear by Gateshead. And now it's Oseni comes running in against East, and the ball falls to Rochdale. Ball put back out to Adabir Rolland. Rolland puts the ball in. It's a deep one towards the back post, too deep, and Hannon, no nonsense, puts it behind.
Yeah, again, it's come down the sides every time, isn't it? It's those little slick passes down the wings from Rochdale.
Well,
it's a short one. If they've got 2v1, they play it quickly.
Butterfield not back on yet. He's still waiting as the corner has been taken short. They've went down the left-hand side a little bit, but now it's into the centre. Gilmore plays it through to Rodney. Rodney gets a touch. It falls to Hogan on the edge of the area. Now the shot from Gilmore.
Great block.
Oh, now Gator can break here as Butterfield's back on the pitch. If he looks up, there's a man on the far side. Although Warman, the ball forward was just too near the defender, and it goes out for a Gator throw.
The big surprise there is Butterfield didn't pull that off, isn't it?
Yeah.
He's he's more than capable.
Well, an opportunity for Gateshead to break there, but they were sitting very deep. It has been quite the contest. Two sides quite evenly matched. Let's say they've both made the goalkeepers work and also rattled the woodwork.
Well, you can see why they're both sat in the playoff places at the moment.
Definitely.
Even though, there hasn't been a lot of goal mouth action, you can see the plans in place at both sides. Manager influence. And it was always going to be a close game, I think.
Ball played through the centre. Butterfield brings it down, lays it off to Whelan. Whelan needs a runner. And this is where Gateshead are just lacking in the final third. There wasn't many options there. The ball had to go back. But
Someone needs to get in and around Oseni, I think, and just give him something.
Ball out to Williams. He's under pressure. Turns his man through to Warman. Warman does very well to get it back to Williams. Williams, can he open up with the ball? He's driving with it, tries to go through. Can I get past the third man, though? And Gordon is just going to have to clear this one. Hits off a Gateshead player and goes out for a throw. But we've seen a little spark there from Williams for the first time.
Kind of threatened at times, Williams, hasn't he, without really delivering just yet.
It does look like we might have 2 or 3 minutes added on here at the end.
York will get beat 3-0 at Altrincham.
Wow. Well, that is a scoreline and a half. Some interesting ties around. We'll go at half-time, scores at half-time. And the ball, good tackle from Radcliffe.
Well, that's interesting because you see that tackle, that's exactly the same as one Butty got booked for.
Yeah. Well, the ball comes up towards Adabir Rolling, nods it out, and it's a Gateshead throw.
There will be a minimum of 3 minutes additional time.
So, I mean, I'm not saying it's a foul, by the way.
No.
But it was exactly the same sort of tackle as the one that Regan Butty got booked for.
Dan Jones. That's the ball. Launches it up towards... Well, it didn't fall to Gateshead, but it might do in midfield now as Whelan brings it forward. Oseni. The ball nearly comes back to Whelan. But once again, back in numbers, and Rochdale well drilled, aren't they? But the ball falls to Radcliffe in midfield.
He's had a good game, Ben Radcliffe.
Yeah. Back into his defensive duties there, and over across to Jones. Ball goes through to Warman. Warman got off lightly there with a blind pass. Ball come back to him. But once again, the shape that the visitors are holding is keeping Gateshead at bay.
Oh, it's Gateshead. I've got to start asking questions.
Radcliffe puts the ball over the top, and this is the type of foot race you want. Oseni against Hogan. He's on the right-hand side of the box, goes for a shot. It's going to fall to Butterfield, and, well, it just poked away from him there. And now Rochdale can get on the break here in the dying seconds of the first half. Arabeo brings the ball forward. Bayabeo. Now out to Rodney. Beckworth. Back out onto the left-hand side. Ball played forward. Beckworth has ghosted through there. Can he pull the ball back across? He's got time and space. He does so, but he pulls it way too far back. And Gateshead now can maybe get this ball moving. Well, it's a good block there as Williams was trying to be set away by
I think
Whelan.
there's some questions being asked here of Oseni. Whelan wanted to run down the line there, and he's given him absolutely nothing.
Mm-hmm. Well, he stayed very, very central, hasn't he, throughout this game? And even from the first 5-10 minutes, you thought he might have changed it up with an arcing run or trying to work the defender. But he has the ball now at the moment. Appeals for handball, but he's still got the ball. Gives it back to Booty. Radcliffe did well there, Oseni. Ball over the top now, looking for the run of Warman. Warman, just bounced. Didn't anticipate it. And Gordon can clear the ball, but only as far as Jones. Gets it to Booty, back to Jones. We've got about 10 seconds remain here. And there's a free kick for Gateshead, an opportunity to get the ball in the box.
Yeah, I think it's just got to go in here, as you say. 10 seconds to go.
Well, it would be quite the time to grab the opening goal here. As Radcliffe is peeling right round the back, isn't he? Nobody's really picked him up. They're aware of him, but can they pick up the run? In comes the delivery, Jones. It's coming round to him. It's going to get to him. Gets a goal. Good block from the visitors, and it's cleared, and it's 0-0 at half-time here at Gateshead International Stadium. An action-packed game, end-to-end. And, well, it's going to be in the second half. Who blinks first, Mark?
Yeah, very much so. Very much so. And at the moment, as I say, I've said it 3 times now, there's not a lot between the sides. I think we knew that coming here tonight. We kind of anticipated it was going to be this kind of game. And at the minute, you can't see more than one goal. You know, both sides have had half chances. Has anyone really had a golden chance? Maybe not. The Oseni one I think is possibly the best. I know there's been players about the post and blocking the line, but I think the Oseni one, you maybe will think in hindsight you should have taken. But yeah, a really interesting first half.
It is. Well, we're going to have a little break and try and warm up here. And we'll be back about 5 minutes before they come out with the half-time scores. Thank you once again for joining us, and we will be back in about 10 minutes. Saying announced just before we came on air, and that is this young man here from Blythe Town is Ben Fell. So I'm guessing that is one for the future there. So Ben Fell comes into the mix, and Mickey's seen him play against North Shields. I'll quickly go through some of the messages because we've got loads coming in. Thank you to everybody. Stevie Farnfield, he's put hello boys, embracing the win. It's hello lads, excited for the 10th of August. Certainly am. Nice. Trina there, evening lads. We've got lots of evening lads. I'll put them up while we're going and say, boys. I mean, we'll start with the first one. I'll tell you what. We'll start with some the slaying of the scum.
Well, you need to ask. Look how happy he is, Craig. You need to ask the new lad here. This lad called 7-0. You couldn't resist it, could you, Mickey?
I couldn't. No.
You're on cloud nine. Look at you.
Of course, look. Well, let's be honest about it. That's the worst Blythe side I've ever seen.
Ever. I know, yeah. Terrible.
It really was. I mean, I'll put it up here in the background. I'll just put us down to the bottom. There we are. And I'll put this one in. Of course, it was about 600 fans there for this one. And from the get-go, we started well. We're getting in behind them. And there you go, straight in. Ollie Thompson with the first goal. And that was what the rest of the game, the pattern followed. We just opened them up with ease.
Mistakes as well, like basic mistakes.
I mean, yeah, when it was at half time, we're 4-0 up, and I was thinking, keep the lads on for. Didn't make any changes till 70 minutes. Let's see how many we can actually get before the. I mean, when we went to 4-0 up, the lads behind the goal were saying we want 10, and that was before half time.
Yeah, wow. I mean, Oseni was just absolutely fantastic.
His second goal's a corker.
Yeah,
but I mean, I don't like to do this to have a go at Blythe, but who
missed this? That's a shocking miss.
We missed that one, but they weren't physically up to it. I know you could see it full time versus part time, but they just didn't even have the speed. I mean, there was one instance where Luke Hannon was like trotting up the right hand side with the ball, and they couldn't get near him. They were having to really
look at the space. Just look at the space there is. You know what I mean? They're not getting close or anything.
Well, I mean, they're not even. They were playing Ryan Donaldson in defence, centre half, and it's great. That player that just went down there, number 17. I forgot his name. The try list, number 17, was absolutely electric again, as he was against Scotland. Getting to see a full game out of him more or less was nice, because when he came on against Sunderland, we'll talk about later on, he just seemed to be trying that little bit extra hard and things weren't coming off, but he was a real team player there in this one. And I think, we're talking about how bad Blythe Spartans were, and I spoke to Louis Story after the game and I said it was a good performance, and he went, you can't about the scoreline. I said, not the scoreline, I said the performance. We give a professional performance. We kept our width. We kept passing the ball. We played to our tempo, not to the opposition. We could have just took the Mickey and showboated and passed the ball, but we weren't. They were looking for space. I mean, look at the movement from the players here. They were in amongst it. They were hungry. They were going for it, and it's a pre-season friendly, and it bodes well. I mean, of course, we've got 2 really tough games coming up. To finish off pre-season, which is what you want, but to see us go about our thing professionally and carry it on. Even though it was poor opposition, was embarrassing. Yeah,
brilliant.
Embarrassing own goal. Look at that; it's a beautiful finish, by the way.
It's like one of them when the fielder's running after trying to stop a forward, it's just out of the reach.
Yeah,
just pushes it on.
So yeah, but just looking at the game, it was and. We'll address this now because someone's just put "just for men" gone wrong. Obviously, that's
Oh,
I think he's got a purple rinse myself, like, I must admit.
I don't hang on 1 second. I'll just pause this a second, right? We'll put me full screen. Right. Now, can you see like a purpley pinky tinge to that? Or it was. Like, you know how I've removed it. There you are. So what it was.
He's gone off.
Yeah, he's quit. He's gone.
Can you hear us now? I'm back.
Gotta call him Molly Slocum from now on, like.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Well, what it was, I went for like the pre-scandal scuff look originally, and then we root score, and I do it again. But instead, I was in the dye shop, well, Savers, and I picked up platinum blonde, and it looked very similar, the grey, to the metallic. There's another one there with the post there. I mean, it could have been 10 or 12-0. And obviously this one didn't take as well, and it just left like a blue rinse. If anyone remember, what was her name on Coronation Street? She used to go
Molly Slocum, of Are You Being Served?
Yeah. Well, my pussy is all right. So yeah, but no, Friday night. I mean, it was a lovely game. I mean, for us, you know, it was a nice night out, pleasant pre-season game. Blythe fans, to be honest, they were absolutely fantastic. They knew what was coming, I think. I think that you heard some things said on the way out of the ground, didn't you, Mickey?
I knew. I didn't think what was the words was used. I had a feeling it was going to be bad, but not this bad. Was the words I heard.
Yeah.
No, they didn't expect note.
It's pretty desperate, isn't it, from them?
It's. I just hope this bloke starts opening up to them, because if they're not going to open up to the wrong fans, they're just gonna be hate figures like Calla was.
Yeah. I mean, you just hope that it improves for them, because it could be a very slippery, quick downward spiral on what we've seen there, because that was probably the worst pre-season side I've ever seen. Not just because it's Blythe, I'd say that was just, it was farcical. But Gateshead went about their business and read the tempo. They made a game of, you know, making the players work. So yeah.
Now what it reminds me of, can you remember the 2000s when?
Well, you join us back here at Gateshead International Stadium as we wait the teams to come out for the second half. It's currently Gateshead 0, Rochdale 0. Where I'll go through the latest scores, the half-time scores, should I say, in the National League. Altrincham 3, York City 0. Braintree 0, Maidenhead 2. It is 0-0 between Dagenham and Redbridge and Aldershot. 0-0 here, of course. 0-0 down the road in Hartlepool between Hartlepool and AFC Fylde. Of course, Kevin Phillips returned to Victoria Park. Oldham are winning 2-0 at home to Boston United. Sutton are winning 1-0 at home to Solihull Moors, and it's 0-0 between Woking and Southend. So it's all to play for here in the second half, and hopefully we'll see, we might get some goals here. And it's been an interesting one, and we'll see. Interestingly, Mark, the subs are all warming up in the second half here.
More importantly, Dave, I've just realised that I left my headphones out here, and I've just put them on my ears, and now I think they're possibly frozen to my ears. So, yeah, no, for jokes aside, wasn't a joke, but okay. Yeah, I think it's one of those nights when you have to keep your substitutes as warm as possible. I think there will be a lot of changes later on. Some interesting scores around that. By the way, that Alfred and South Shield game was delayed by 15 minutes. That's why it's only just going to half-time now.
1-1 the National League North. A couple of local games for interest. Darlington against Scunthorpe is 0-0, and Spennymoor are 1-1 away to Marine. And it's always in an away day. I've liked that, going to Marine.
Yeah, great. The only annoying thing from a media point of view is the fact that the media bit at Marine is behind the goal, which is never easy.
Three-sided ground, if anyone hasn't been there before. It's
Jose Marino's been there.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yes, I remember that. Yeah, he's sat there, wasn't he, for the FA Cup tie. Well, we are waiting here for the teams to come back out at Gateshead International Stadium. And, well, Yeah. So my daughter's lost a tooth there. If anyone's wondering what that was, yeah, I don't know. So I don't know if she's looking for it. The tooth fairy might not be coming tonight. But yes, we've got an action-packed game here. If the second half is anything like the first half, it should be quite entertaining viewing. Thank you everyone as well that has messaged in. We've got Neil Davidson's put evening all. We've got Ginger Joe, greetings from West Peterborough. And Graham Jones is listening in from Worcester. And of course, we've got the lovely Liv Walden is listening in as well. So if you'd like to send us a message, you can do. And of course, Gateshead FC Stats, they updated us with one of the scores. And that's the score we'll talk about in a minute, Mark. Quite an eye-catching one. Altrincham, I say one of the teams that maybe started a little bit slower than you would have thought this season, but certainly showing the no pushovers tonight.
A club that, for my money, have got one of the best managers in the league, by the way, in Phil Parkinson. I think you look at what he's done there since he went in from Nantwich. Had a great reputation in Nantwich for playing attacking football. Has carried that into Altrincham. And I think, I've got to be honest, I'm quite surprised that a Football League club hasn't, maybe they have looked at him, but certainly haven't heard anything. But you would think they'd be the next one. What did they say? The next cab off the rank. But we'll see, yeah. But to be 3-0 against York, given the start of the season York have had, is no mean feat.
Well, I say the subs for Gateshead are still going through quite an intense warm-up. May add, it's all of them. It's not, I don't think we're going to see 5 substitutions straight at half-time, but they're ready and raring to go if a change is needed. And Mark, I think the only question mark we could really have has been the movement in the final third. And is it a case of changing the man up top, or do you think it'll be changing the people in support?
I think at some point you may see a Butterfield or a Warman come off, and possibly someone like I think I said before, didn't I, that Jovan Malcolm playing that sort of 10 role. And look to make those late runs. You might see Tyrell Newton come on to give a bit of energy in midfield. Do you look at Kane Dom to play out wide and really try and stretch it with a bit more pace? I think the good thing is Gateshead have got options, but obviously Rochdale will say the same thing when you got players like your Ian Henderson's on the bench, someone who we spoke about before the game. He's been vastly experienced, had some great times at Rochdale. Fairly certain, and I apologise for anyone from Rochdale listening if I'm wrong here, but I'm fairly certain he scored against Newcastle in an FA Cup replay during COVID.
I think he did, yeah.
Or an FA Cup tie, I should say.
Well, he has a knack of scoring against everybody, I think, Mr. Henderson. But we've got the looks like ball girls are on duty tonight. They're getting back into position, so we are not far away from the second half starting here at Gateshead International Stadium. And maybe I did speak too soon, Mark, because it has really dropped the temperature.
Yes, Dave, I did say I was going to remind you that I was holding that for the second half.
Well, there we go. Sorry to spoil your ace.
You've ruined everything.
I've ruined the ace in the hand that Mark had there. And
there you go, Dave. You put your heated gilet on.
Yes, heated gilet is switching on.
You paid too much, you.
Yeah, I wish. I wish we got paid. DAZN, if anyone's listening, if you'd like to pay us.
Yeah, it's just been one of those games that I think it's going to be either an unbelievable goal or an error is going to win it or lose it, depending on how you look at it.
It's got that kind. It's either going to be well worked, an individual effort, or it's going to be a mistake. It's getting towards that stage, isn't it? But as I say, if we have anything like we did in the first half, it should be another action-packed second half here. A lot of people making their way back from the toilet in the main stand here. Good contingent from Rochdale. Can't exactly see how many at the moment, but I hazard a guess, a couple of hundred.
Made some noise. Made some noise, as they always do.
Made some great noise so far.
I feel like last year we did the far stand.
They were, yes. But we are seeing the visitors come out, and fourth officials just getting the board ready there. I don't know if he's heard there's any substitutions there, but or he's just making sure it's working. But number 23 and number 4. So I think we are going to see Tyrell Newton coming on for Jacob Butterfield, because Butterfield was down just before the break. So if that is right, because looking at the bench, they don't have a number 23. So yeah.
Good.
Looks like
powers of deduction there, Dave.
Sometimes I can use them. But we are waiting for Gateshead to come back out. The visitors, of course, are on the pitch, come back out into the cold. Well, Conor McBride, who of course is a Scotsman, has come out with gloves on in the second half. So he's obviously been south too long. But yeah, it is getting very, very cold here in the Tyne and Wear stand. But Booty comes back out.
We mentioned, by the way, about players back in the squad, and good to see Ollie Thompson back in the Gateshead squad. Obviously, he had a few injuries recently. I wouldn't be shocked if he's one that goes out on loan at some point in the near future.
Well, we forget he's very, very young. I think he was 16, 17 when he played in that FA Cup semi-final, FA Trophy semi-final.
I wish it was an FA Cup semi-final.
Yeah, and he was thrown in at the deep end, and he didn't hide at all, and earned a full-time contract on the back of that.
Yeah, and I mean, you mentioned it does feel as if he's been around for years, doesn't it?
It certainly does. As Tinkler goes through a little warm-up with the Cones onto the pitch. And as we mentioned there before, there has been a substitution at half-time. Of course, Jacob Butterfield went down in the dying stages of the first half, and he has been replaced by Terrell Newton, number 23. Oh, Mark, this heated jacket's lovely.
Live on TV, Dave. Can't say what I'm thinking.
I'll let you cuddle us later. But Rochdale are going to get us underway here.
I'm not that cold.
Yeah, and they'll be shooting towards the River Tyne, of course, in their red and black striped shirts. Gets it in their white and black for our audio listeners. And Waller launches the ball up towards Mitchell. Tinkler wins the header. It falls to Hannant. Back inside to Tinkler, and Tinkler looks to get this ball moving out to the left-hand side with Jones. Jones finds Williams. Williams plays the ball forward and picked up in midfield by the visitors, and now Rodney lays it off. McBride, under pressure, does find East. Gordon, the captain on the far side, has the ball for the visitors now. East drops deep. And we seem to have picked up right where we left off. As Gordon puts a ball over the top, and that's a great ball, but I think it's just going to roll out. And
I'm not going to say it again. Still said it Tyson's first half.
Yeah, it's definitely finding the range, but once again, they're trying to use the right-hand flank to their advantage. Does look as if we're seeing Hannant a little bit higher up in this second half here.
It's another really high line, isn't it?
It really is. The ball goes up towards Oseni, who battles with Hogan, bounces over them both. Oh, it's an awful pass in midfield.
The idea was right.
Oh, and Oseni nearly got onto the end of it, and well dealt with in the end by Rochdale. Booty nods the ball down to Radcliffe in the centre circle, gets the ball back. And you wouldn't even think we had the half-time break, Mark. It started exactly like the first half ended. Mason and get just outside the box. The ball at his feet, goes for a long one, looking for the run of Hannant here on this right-hand side. And Hannant battling, the ball kicked out by Rochdale, and it's a throw halfway inside the Rochdale half, quickly taken.
That's a ball Gateshead didn't really play first half, was that angle ball.
Well, we didn't have Hannant as high, did we, in the first half? Tinkler under pressure, plays it back to Mason. That's the ball at his feet. Going a bit more direct now, Gateshead. Nodded the ball down from Hannant. Cleared by Beckworth, and it's going to bounce out for another Gateshead throw. And Gateshead starting to utilise that pass a bit more now. But if anything like the first half, we know there's going to be ebbs and flows, and we know Rochdale will have their spells of possession. As Booty fortunately gets the ball back in midfield.
It was a poor ball, that, to be fair, because he's got...
Tyrell Newton plays a blind ball forward to Beckworth and tries to win the ball back, and they've moved the ball quickly as Go and Hannant's there, moments left on the ground as McBride drives forward. Good tackle on the far side. Had to be made by Radcliffe. Oh, sorry, was it Radcliffe? Was it Williams? Sorry. Gotten away with Jones, but that was what Conor McBride can do. He really opened up there, didn't he?
Would that be unfair suggesting Conor McBride looks like he's gained a yard of pace?
It does. It seemed
not that he was ever slow, far from it. But
seemed very fast there, didn't he? But it's when it's scrappy on the far side and the ball goes out of play for a Gateshead throw.
Yeah, that little burst of speed there, we didn't see too much of of that at Gateshead.
I think that was more positional from where he was at Gateshead, wasn't it? So
yeah,
it was,
good point.
he played more of a wing-back role at Gateshead and was never in the close quarters to get those bursts of speed. It was always running onto something, but Oseni closing down, ball cleared, brought down by Booty in the centre circle. Under pressure, though, wins the free kick. There's Errol Mitchell just a little bit over-eager there. Williams, under pressure, plays the ball back to Dan Jones. There's now Owen Mason, can look to play this ball through the centre. Oh, a deceiving ball there, but goes all the way through to Waller. Oh, ball goes out of play on the far side, throw into Gateshead. Couldn't control the ball. 5 minutes gone in the first half, 50 minutes gone, 0-0 still here. But certainly a game with lots happening. The ball is with Mason.
It's just nothing there.
Tries to put the ball out to Williams and it falls to Gateshead though in midfield. So Booty does see the run in the centre there. It's brought down well by Oseni. Offside flag goes up. And Mark, you did see he was off there, and flag was a little bit late.
He's got Arky's run. He's just gone too early. You could see straight away. It's a lovely ball from Regan Booty, but just needed to arc that run a little bit there. I don't think he was miles off. I don't at all. I think it was quite close, but he was definitely off.
Waller with the free kick, pings the ball out to the far side. Williams wins the header, wins the second header, turns and gets the ball. Was he fouled? No, he keeps the ball. Warman just plays it into Gordon there, and Rochdale have the ball. They're going to chip it back to their keeper Waller, who's 35 yards out to Beckworth. Back to Hogan. Oseni was closing down. Now it's time for Waller to try and pick out a pass. And a block from Warman there. Could have went anywhere, that ball. But in midfield, the ball is with Booty. Does poke it to Hannant. And now Radcliffe. Well, we talked about the pressure from Rochdale in the first half. Gateshead trying to do the same in the second. As Oseni didn't see where the ball was, but Whelan did. Puts the ball out to Hannant on this right-hand side. We've got the overlap here now of Newton. Newton does have a run inside, but plays it back to Radcliffe. It's a little bit better from Gateshead. Radcliffe, poor ball, and now they're on the attack, Radcliffe, but Radcliffe, McBride, is a foul going to be given there. He did enough to disrupt and made up for his mistake, but
should again, and I'm going to say it should be a booking.
Yeah. Well, free kick quickly taken. Rochdale looking to keep this forward momentum as McBride has the ball. Back with East. And now trying to work this ball around. Oh, great work from Newton, but he's going to get... Well, that's a foul free kick to Gateshead, and that's got to be a booking. Yellow card there, and it's a red card! Beckworth receives his second one. Harsh.
Yeah, I think it's really harsh.
I think the first booking wasn't a booking, if you ask me. And it's a harsh one, but Rochdale down there now with 10 men now.
Yeah, but that's, we spoke about Gateshead's intensity in the first half, maybe not being at the levels we expect it was in the second half. But you've got to feel it. Again, the first one's not a yellow card. It's a really harsh yellow. And
it's a pity because he was having a good game.
Yeah, he was, very much so.
Well, Beckworth has to make his way off the pitch. We are hearing that there is some audio problems with the commentary on DAZN. From our end, it's working absolutely perfectly, so I don't know what the issue is. Hopefully it works itself out. But Beckworth makes his way down the tunnel, and he looked disappointed, and I'd say rightly so.
Yeah, I think so.
But now, how does this change the dynamic of the game? We know they were resolute in defence. Are they going to have to make a sub to change that a bit? For a ball across this right-hand side to Hannant. Hannant has the ball at his feet. He's going to try and bring Radcliffe into play, which he does. There is a few players trying to arc the run as the ball comes in. Falls to Whelan. He's shot. He scuffs it. But the clearance falls to Radcliffe. It's all Gateshead at the moment. Radcliffe plays it across to Booty. Williams on the far side, but goes to Jones first. Jones now puts it out to Williams. Williams trying to keep the ball moving. Now Jones. Oh, and purely anticipated. And now the visitors on the attack as the ball in the far side is East is going to try and play this into the centre towards Kyron Mitchell. And own goal! Oh! A cross into the box, running backwards and off the Gateshead defender's foot it went. And well, from being a man advantage to being a man down in the space of a minute, and Gateshead have a little hill to climb here, Mark.
Yeah, strange one that. Could have literally went anywhere, couldn't it? But Gateshead just sloppy in play, having to try and make up for an error and a poor pass. And Robbie Tinkler, again, could have went anywhere, but it's just looped over Mason and it's gone in.
Well, hopefully Gateshead can get back into this, but that is the reply Rochdale would have wanted from going a man down very quickly.
Very much so, yeah. It's a perfect response, isn't it?
I think it was McBride that put the ball in, wasn't it? And, it was a good ball. Finish was questionable from a Gateshead's point of view, but in the back of the net it went. Still have 35 minutes to play here, though. A lot can happen. As we're back underway, Radcliffe plays the ball to Booty. Jones.
The thing is now you've given, as unfortunate as it was, you've given Rochdale something to hold on to.
Yes.
They don't need to come out now.
Well,
it's all come from one sloppy pass.
It has, and it's still holding a very high line, the visitors. Looks like Gordon has slipped back into that. Oh, no, I think Gordon slipped back into the back three there, hasn't he? And now we're going to see Williams, left-hand side. Gives it to Whelan. Whelan looking to keep the ball moving. Booty turns, puts the ball out to Hannon on this side. He's got time. He's got space. Can he get the delivery? It's a very deep one. So deep indeed. It's going to go all the way at the far side. Has it been kept in? Nope. Was asking a lot. And it is a goal kick. Is it goal? No, throw-in.
Kind of sums up the night for Gates. I think we're going to see a sub here from Rochdale.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if it's possibly McBride, might bring a more defensive-minded player on.
Yeah. I think sorry, it was the Jilly Bayabeu who went into the back three, not Gordon. So Gateshead on the edge of the area. Oseni trying to do a lot. His ball's going to ricochet off him out for a throw on the far side. But Gateshead, from having that momentarily man advantage to being a goal down, and just shows you, Rochdale, very good side. That's why they're in the playoffs.
Oh yeah, and as I say, there's an element of luck. Joe Grayson warming up here.
Yeah.
About the goal, but I think Rochdale have been excellent here tonight. I think they've played some great football when they've been on the ball, and they've looked defensively solid.
Oseni trying to hold the ball up. Warman does have the ball though on the far side, and good tackle there from Gordon. Clears the ball. But Gateshead do have the man advantage to pick up the loose ball when it's cleared.
Half an hour here as well.
Ball across to Hannon. Has time to get it under control. Gives it back to Radcliffe. Gateshead. Lovely little dink, fall through. And Newton, can he put it across? Good defending and marshal the ball back to the keeper. And Rochdale happy to have the ball in the goalkeeper's hands.
Yeah, as I said, they've just got to sit in now and stay disciplined. Rochdale, they've earned the right to do that. I'm just trying to look at Oseni. I don't know if he's holding his hamstring or just the way he's standing.
Yeah.
But you would imagine at some point we'll see Javon Malcolm.
Well, at the moment, the ball goes through. It's wicked bounce. Tinkler heads it back to Mason.
This is where Gates have now got to start playing the ball quicker and getting it moving quicker.
I think we're going to see them commit more men forward. Of course, you still have to fear Mitchell on the break. We know what his speed can do. At the moment, though, Gateshead just looking to probe. It is going to be number 27, Matt Penny, that is coming on for the visitors. As Tinkler gives the ball back to Jones. Inside the Gateshead half at the moment. Whelan drops to get involved. Back to Jones. Just on the halfway line, left-hand side of the pitch. There's acres of space here for Hannant.
There is all the time.
Now it comes out to Hannant. And
it's offside.
Ball forward there for Newton. Newton's going to get past, pulls it back across. Oseni, didn't fall. Cleared.
No,
and Gateshead just trying to get the ball around, and Whelan trying something a little bit audacious, but cleared. And Tinkler's the man at the back that can get it back under control. And at the moment, anywhere will do for Rochdale. And the space on this right-hand side is ridiculous for Hannant. He's got the ball again. Needs a good delivery. In it comes, and back out to Hannant. Newton has the ball, cuts inside with it. Lays it through to Whelan. Can he finish it? Block. And at the moment, it's cleared by Rochdale again. And Gateshead want to take this through quickly, but it's going to stop it for the substitution. And we're going to see Penny come on. And it is going to be, very defensive change here. They're going to bring off Mitchell.
Well, it is, but I mean, there'll be a slight little change, won't there? Rodney will probably go in the main role up top.
Yeah.
Being a threat, Mitchell, though, you're right. Okay, to make changes, Joe Grayson.
Well, Joe Grayson is coming on, his first appearance since the first game of the season. That unfortunate injury that he picked up, and Dan Jones is coming off. And lovely to see Joe Grayson back on the pitch, first and foremost. But Dan Jones done all right this evening. But Joe Grayson back on the pitch. Just where we want to see him in Gateshead shirt. And Tinkler has the ball. Joe Grayson gets his first touch in the centre circle. Lays it out to Williams. Williams gets it back to Grayson. Tinkler. Radcliffe. Back to Tinkler, just on the halfway line. Grayson plays it across to Radcliffe. Sitting quite compact now, the Rochdale defence. And that compactness is given that extra bit of space across here for the likes of Luke Hannant, as the ball's going to come across to him again. Radcliffe goes for his shot and hits one in the nether region there. Ball comes out to Hannant now. Radcliffe.
There was just a bit of frustration. It's a great ball.
Ball across to Williams, who can bring the ball down. Gateshead most of the most of the possession at the moment. Well, at the moment, Rochdale weathering the barrage of the Gateshead trying to get the ball in the box, but let's see, they're going to have to try something a little bit different. We know this defence can be very resolute. It is, but seems to be struggling on this right-hand side, though. But a wicked bounce in the box. There's Owen Mason comes out, rolls it out to Joe Grayson. We are seeing a few Gateshead players warm up, the likes of Kane Adam and Javon Malcolm and Josh Holm. Was it Josh Holm? Yep, Josh Holm warming up. But at the moment, Gateshead on this right-hand side it goes into the centre with Whelan. Whelan out to Hannant. Hannant, a lovely little chip ball through, looking for the run of Oseni. He gets there. Can he get this back across to a teammate? Cuts inside of the ball, lays it off to Newton. Now, Warman dances past one. Gateshead still in possession though. There's a free kick being given. And he's tapping his... Is it? Oh, no. That was deceiving there. Shadow, I thought he was tapping his leg in pain. But he's back up onto his feet. Well, he's about to be on his feet in a second.
Yeah, I think sometimes, when Gateshead get the edge of the box, it maybe is just a case of just trying to look. There's been too many times where they've tried to feed it through the eye of a needle. Just try and have a shot. There's been space. They've had time. If
you look at the substitutes warming up, Gateshead still have a few left. If you bring in maybe Kane Adam on the left-hand side, Javon Malcolm into the middle as well, it gives an explosive force, but they still have to penetrate that box better. As Grayson wins the header, gets it to Newton. Hannant sees a player on his toes and plays it through. What a ball! Owen Oseni up against Liam Hogan, cuts inside. What can he do? Finishes it, puts it over. It's a goal. Tell you what a block that was.
An unbelievable block. And I bet you'd hurt. but that's unbelievable defending from Karen Gordon.
Wow.
I don't know if it was going in, but it wouldn't have been far away.
Well, we have a corner on the far side. Short corner's on. It's given to Whelan. Whelan's got in space. It's chipped over the top there. It's a cheeky one, but Gateshead still have the ball. Now cleared.
Waste. Absolute waste.
Well, the ball's going to bounce through as Rochdale push out. Owen Mason has the ball. 45 yards out. And at the moment, if he looks across this right-hand side, or he didn't see, but Booty might see, and here comes the ball, I think. Comes across to Radcliffe.
Carrier.
Radcliffe brings the ball forward. Hannon's on his toes, and now he gets the ball. Right-hand side, plays the ball into the box. Still goes, oh! And the keeper had to palm that behind. Well...
No, I don't think he has,
No, I think there was a couple of Gateshead players that were further away were appealing, but yeah, it initially looked like he had got a touch, but he had it covered. Well, the Rochdale man just saying he wants the defence to get a bit wider there.
Yeah, I'm a bit curious as to why Hannon's been given so much time and space. It's 5 or 6 times now that's happened since the red card. And it's kind of playing the Gateshead's favour. They haven't really exploited it.
Bayabeo there was just being told about that. He just said to the manager thumbs up when he was telling them. So maybe trying to stop that threat. Booty pings the ball over the top though, and there is that threat of Hannon again, but it just skims away on the surface, and it's a throw-in on this right-hand side. And we've got 25 minutes left here, but at the minute it is Gateshead 0, Rochdale 1, but Rochdale are down to 10 men.
There will be a point when Gateshead will have to go for it. I don't think it's quite there yet, but you're probably looking in the next 10 minutes where a Javon Malcolm, and OAK and Adon will come on.
Well, as you say that, there's a few subs going back to the bench, but the long throw from the visitors, as ball falls to Booty. Booty has Williams on the far side, but I think they may go to Grayson first. It does. Hannon just having to put his shoe back on there. It's his boot. So he's back in play, but he's in acres of space on this right-hand side. Ball on the left-hand side, though, with Grayson. Grayson pulls it back to Booty. Booty now looks to put a delivery in, but nothing on. Oh, lovely ball now. Warman pulls it back across. Didn't pick anybody out. Oh, has only been cleared as far as Newton. Radcliffe pulls across. Oh, good defending, but it only falls as far as Booty. Gateshead absolutely turning the screw, but not penetrating the box. Out now to Hannon's right-hand side. Plays it inside there. Whelan to Radcliffe. Newton turns, plays it inside. Oh, good work from Asani to win the ball back, but he's dispossessed. But Rochdale can't do anything with it. And the ball from Oseni out to Grayson. Grayson keeps driving with the ball, chips it across, headed clear, only as far as the Gateshead shirt, and they're camped out on the edge of the area now, Gateshead. As Hannon cuts inside, goes for a cross into the box. Whelan, can it get the head out? Falls to Newton, can he get a shot off? Oh, into a red shirt. And at the moment, anywhere will do for the visitors, as the home team still in possession. Whelan puts the ball out to Hannon on this right-hand side.
He's asking for a run, no one's giving it.
Whelan, edge of the area, he's looking for somebody out to Williams on the far side via Grayson, puts the ball in. It's not a good one. It can be hooked clear, and it's just going to go all the way back to Mason in the Gateshead. Well, he's not in the Gateshead goal, he's in the Gateshead half, and now Gateshead can try and come forward again. But it's very negative from the visitors at the moment. They're just trying to hold on. And Williams, left-hand side, plays it back to Grayson. Williams. Warman, can he pull the ball across? He can. It's knotted down, but it falls to a red shirt and hooked clear. And Mark, yes.
It's quality of ball, Dave. It's quality of ball in the box. It just hasn't been good enough.
But at the moment, yes, they are having to defend with their lives, but we're not making the goalkeeper work.
No, not at all. And it's just that final ball.
There's a run from Newton there, but the ball went out to Hannant. Hannant, ball to Newton. Got past his man, Newton. Oh, he's holding it up. A little back heel. Gets it to Hannant. Hannant keeps it in. Back to Newton. Radcliffe's in space. Gets the ball. Whelan's just there inside the box, but it comes to Booty. And Gateshead just trying to find the questions the answers to the questions that are being posed. But Booty plays it inside to Newton. Newton back to Booty, comes out to Radcliffe at the moment. Well, Booty across to Grayson. It's all Gateshead at the moment, but they've got to get the ball in the Bay area. Williams drives with the ball. Can he put the cross back in there? Wins a corner.
Do you know, this isn't going to help anyone, but this is probably the sort of night when you need a mark back. Just someone to get in the box and cause some problems. Gateshead don't really have that player.
Short corner taken. Gateshead have the ball. Whelan chips it into the box. Radcliffe. Oh, that's he's all over his back. Well, the ball's still in the area. 6-yard box. So Senny goes for a shot. Another shot. Pulls wide. And well, it's an absolute mess at the back for Rochdale, but it didn't go in the back of the net, and that's all that matters.
It's bodies on the line. It's bodies in the way, and they're doing everything they can here. There's a few questions being asked from Colin Magnay of the fourth official. I don't know if it's for the foul on.
Well, he was right on top. He had him pinned down, didn't he? He couldn't move. But Gateshead playing to the whistle. And at the moment, it's a chance for Rochdale to get the ball out of their half.
It's possibly getting to the time when you may need to look at the bench again. Rochdale here being really disciplined and really keeping Gateshead at bay.
Well, Gateshead are going to pick up this ball in midfield, although it bounces off the shoulder of Booty, and Rodney picked it up and distributed it. Bayabeo gives it to Rodney. Rochdale happy to keep the ball in possession at the moment as Whelan wins it back. Newton. Oh, well, that's a poor ball inside, and that gives Rodney the chance to, Bayabeo to keep the ball back, and they're having to go all the way back to their own keeper here. So Senny is chasing down, and he's giving everything to win that ball. And at the moment, Rochdale bring it forward through Gordon out to the far side, and the ball forward. It's a good ball, but Grayson's there to deal with that. Give it to Mason. Mason clears the ball, brought down by Gilmore though. This will give Rochdale some confidence that they're getting the ball moving forward.
Must be offside.
There's the offside flag there. He's a little bit behind play, the linesman, dare I say. 71 minutes gone. It's Gateshead 0, Rochdale 1 here live on the Zone. National League coverage. And on the Heat Army podcast audio stream. As Radcliffe brings the ball forward. They've managed to keep that high line again, Rochdale here, but it's up to Gateshead to break it down. Grayson just carries the ball forward, chips the ball over the top.
The idea was right.
And, making the goalkeeper run to get it. Well, Magnay and Liam Burkett in deep discussion down there on the touchline. What dice do they roll?
I think you probably just go for the two forwards, the two more attacking players on the bench, and you got Ollie Thompson, but I think it's possibly more Akena Dom and Jovan Malcolm. Great touch.
Lovely touch from Hannant as Newton plays it back to Radcliffe. Booty drops back into that quarterback role and brings the ball forward.
There's a movement though.
Out to Williams. Can he open up the left-hand side? Cuts in with it. Poor ball. And at the moment, Gateshead trying to win it back, which they haven't done. Rochdale get the ball moving forward. Conor McBride can't get to it. He chases it down, but it comes to Gateshead. And we are going to see a substitution, I think, from Gateshead very shortly.
It's Rochdale.
Is it Rochdale? Is it? That's a poor ball by Booty, and now this gives an opportunity for Rochdale to break here as Rodney has the ball. He's got runners on either side. East is there, goes across to McBride, gets a shot away, and it's been kept. It's a corner, couldn't be kept in by Owen Mason. And well, sloppiness from Gateshead has given the opportunities to the visitors.
It has, and this is one situation where they'll think they can benefit. You know, being down to 10 men doesn't really impact on set pieces like this. They have got a big side. You know, the likes of Liam Hogan will go in there. They will try and cause problems.
Well, they are leaving a few men back here. Not really committing too many. You need to understand why. But we are seeing Jovan Malcolm go through a little warm-up down to our left-hand side. The corner's taken short. Holding the ball up, trying to get down to the dead ball line to whip one in, which they have done. Radcliffe heads it clear, but only as far as a red shirt. And they poke the ball out to Penny. Penny plays to play it inside, and Gateshead can break now if they can get in front of the ball, as Hannon does very well to hold it up. Grayson can bring the ball forward now for Gateshead. Puts it out to Whelan, left-hand side. Hannant still makes a space on this right-hand side if needed. And ball comes to Radcliffe. Radcliffe brings it forward. There's the ball through to Tyrell Newton in the box. Pulls it back across, goes to the shot. Oh, what a block. And at the moment, Rochdale will just want to hoof this one clear, but only as far as Radcliffe. Radcliffe gives it to Newton. Newton holding off East, puts the ball out to Hannant. Whelan. Radcliffe. Booty in the centre. It's going to come back to Radcliffe, who's going to put a ball in the centre, and it's a deflected back ball to the keeper. And, Gateshead need to pose more questions here because...
Yeah, I think with Jovan Martin coming on now.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be shocked if this is Ben Warman,
Yeah, or Whelan. I'd imagine you may keep Whelan for the attacking aspects, but could be Warman. But we'll see as Waller with a long kick out his hands from the far side there. A hell of a kick, actually, but it went out of play on the far side.
That's a booger.
Well,
that is a booger. He's just missed that. The referee's turned away as that happened.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's going to be a double substitution for the visitors. O'Kickie is going to come on, and so is Ian Henderson. So I would imagine we might see Rodney come off here. Is it? Well, Conor McBride leaves the pitch now. He takes his gloves off and comes the long way over.
I always think it's funny with stuff like this, because...
Oh, and he needs to pull down his socks as well.
No, it's funny because it sort of gives an opportunity.
Oh, come on, Conor McBride. Well, off he comes.
It just gives the referee a chance to add more time on.
Yeah. And Conor McBride is now off. Keke comes on. Ian Henderson is going to come on for Devante Rodney, and the referee's telling him to hurry up. Well, now he's into a canter. Javon Malcolm is going to be coming on for Gateshead. So number 11, it is Warman that is making way for Gateshead. Warman hasn't seen yet. But it's a throw into Gateshead inside their own half, left-hand side, level with the corner of the box. Ben Warman makes his way off the pitch.
No, to be quicker.
Well, the best part of 14 minutes remain here at Gateshead International Stadium. It's currently Gateshead 0, Rochdale 1. But there will be some added on time there.
That tells you everything, doesn't it? Gateshead have got a throw in their own third.
Yeah.
And there isn't a Rochdale player within 40 yards.
Not at all.
It's, clearly it's a containing game now for them for the last, I think they'll probably be near 20 minutes, if I'm honest.
Well, Radcliffe can bring the ball forward now. Tinkler gives it to Grayson. Grayson plays it inside to Whelan, who turns, wants to keep the ball moving forward at the moment. Cross to Radcliffe. Hannant's in space again if he wants to be used. He is used now. Gives it back to Radcliffe.
Where's the movement?
Out to Hannant, inside to Newton, but it was intercepted. And Penny can bring the ball forward. Gets past the man, but Hannant wins the ball back. And Booty plays the ball to Newton. Newton holds it up, does well, gets it to Hannant. Back to Booty in the inside. Where is the killer pass for Gateshead? As the ball goes across to Grayson, it wasn't great. Nearly behind him, but he does get it under control. Booty now sees the run of Tyrell Newton. Newton gets to the ball. Hannant's in space. Can he get across into the box? Gives it to Radcliffe. Radcliffe drives down to the dead ball line, pulls it back across.
To the hard bit.
Well,
did the hard bit.
Puts it behind for a goal kick.
Yeah, I mean, that's frustrating, isn't it? Because Ben Ratcliffe's done everything right there until the actual cross. He's taken his man on, he's created space, he's got time to get a cross in, and he's just overhit it. And to be fair to Gateshead, the box was loaded a bit there as well.
Well, we wait for the goal kick here from Sam Waller. Well, nodded on. Can Gateshead pick up the second ball? They do. They put it forward, and Javon Malcolm's on his toes. The keeper's had to come out the box and clear it. He has done right up the pitch. It's going to go out. Throw it to Gateshead just on the halfway line. Grayson quickly takes it. Tinkler gathers the ball up, gets it to Radcliffe. Radcliffe is unchallenged as he brings the ball forward. Out to Hannant now. Oh, not a great first touch from Hannant. Hoping to bring Newton into play. Goal kick out. Throw into the visitors. 10 minutes and 30 seconds remain here at Gateshead International Stadium of normal time. There's Gordon in no rush to take this throw, understandably as well. Long throw. Radcliffe wins the header.
Could have done without that touch.
Newton, well, it falls back to Gateshead though, fortunately. As
it's that work rate again, isn't it, Dave? We spoke about the first half, and it's been unbelievable from Rochdale.
Yeah.
They just kept going. The levels have stayed really high.
Just hasn't stopped, has it? Well, we've got Radcliffe on the ball. Gives it to Tinkler. Radcliffe looks to get the ball moving forward. Looks up. Has to play it back to Tinkler. Radcliffe. There is a runner if he sees them, but gets it to Hannant.
Offside.
And Newton. Well, frustrations from the Gateshead forwards.
But it gives a chance again to just waste and eat up.
Yeah.
Another minute or so. I know Gateshead fans don't like it, but Rochdale have earned the right to do this, and it's down to Gateshead
without a doubt.
If it was the way around, if it was at Rochdale, Gateshead would do exactly the same thing.
Yeah.
Colin Magnier maybe calling for a bit more direct play from Gateshead here.
Well, there's more targets in the centre, and Tinkler and Henderson
bear hugging him,
having a cuddle. Grayson brings the ball forward. Nice turn from Whelan to keep the ball moving. Touch from Williams, just takes it forward, and
so far.
Might hazard a guess we might see Kane Adams shortly, I think. Waller taking his time with the goal kick. 82 minutes gone. Gateshead 0, Rochdale 1. Long kick. It's going to fall. Falls to Rochdale now. Henderson on the far side. Holds the ball up. He's dispossessed, and Gateshead come away with the ball. Can they get the ball moving quickly though as Hannant bursts onto this right-hand side. Now if Radcliffe has the ball, Hannant in front of him. Puts the ball to him. Lovely little flick there for Newton to try and get to. Gordon gets there. Kept the ball in though, and Newton wins the ball back. Good stuff from Gateshead number 23. Whelan keeps the ball moving though to Grayson. Juwan Malcolm lays the ball back to Grayson at some speed, but he controls it. Grayson still with the ball. Booty puts the ball out to Williams. We need a delivery. Back to Grayson.
It does have to go in at some point.
You can't test the defenders from keeping the ball outside the box. As Radcliffe gives the ball to Whelan. Grayson. Back to Booty. Tinkler. Fancies a shot himself. Goes through. Senny! Great save! What a save! With the right foot.
I think, if I'm honest, I think he has to score there. He's got so much time and he's put too close to the keeper. It's a great save, you're right. It's a reaction save. He's done brilliantly, the goalkeeper, but I just think he's got that much time. He's got to find the corner.
Could have placed it on either side, really.
easier saying it up here, though.
It
Dave.
is. It is. In it comes. There's a group of Gateshead players up in the air, but Oseni picks up the loose ball, gets it to Williams. Hannant. Booty's on this right-hand side. Puts a cross in. There's a few runners there, headed clear, though, by Rochdale. Tinkle over shot. Oh, just past the post. Maybe closer. Maybe look closer than what it was for us. But goal kick to the visitors. Six minutes remain of normal time.
Yeah, again, I think we're going to have possibly another 4 or 5 on because there's been, substitutes. The goal celebrations took a while. So I wouldn't be surprised if we have 4, 5, 6 minutes added on.
Well, ball towards Henderson. Henderson doesn't win it, but it's going to ricochet to a Rochdale player. East plays it back. Hogan in the centre. Cross to Gordon. Gordon plays the ball forward, but only as far as Radcliffe, and the ball isn't going to fall to a Gateshead defender as Penny marshals it back to a teammate. Gordon plays it back. Gateshead players busting a gut to get there, and they've won the ball. As can Gateshead finish it? They've got the ball. Oh, there's a shot, and Gateshead.
No idea what just happened there. No idea.
They've won the ball off the goalkeeper and just couldn't get a shot away.
Callum Whelan, I'm not sure if he's kicked the floor or kicked something, but he didn't kick the ball.
Well, ball comes back to Radcliffe.
But it's a big let-off for the goalkeeper, isn't it?
Without a doubt. It's the only time we've really seen him get the ball stuck underneath his feet. It's good pressure from Malcolm and
yeah, I mean, it's probably the first time they've gone hunting in packs, isn't it?
Williams gives the ball back to Grayson. Whelan gets the ball out to Grayson on the left-hand side. Grayson's going to put a ball into the box. It hits a red shirt and it's going to be hooked clear. Not a very good clearance, so straight along the grass to Booty. Booty gives it to Radcliffe. Radcliffe has Hannant on this right-hand side. Back inside to Booty. Now out to Hannant. Need to get this ball up to where the forwards are. And Gateshead trying to play the ball in, but they've got the ball back as Newton on the edge of the area. Appeals for handball. Plays it inside to,
that was a handball.
Oh, that's surely handball. Well, the referee hasn't given it.
It would have been.
The linesman didn't see it.
It would have been very contentious.
Yes,
his hand is behind his back, to be fair.
Gateshead still on the attack. Out to Hannant.
Go back to Booty.
Hannant takes it down, pulls it back across towards the keeper. Oseni was racing in but couldn't get to it. And the keeper is now feigning injury now. There was no collision there. Well, even the referee's telling them to get on with it. Well, yeah. Referee having words with the goalkeeper there.
So the ball's been dropped at his feet and he can stay there with it.
Yeah.
Someone from Gateshead has to go and close the ball.
There we go. Oseni's the man to do it. Well, Waller, a long punt. That's going to bounce through. Henderson chases it. And that's where going for a throw. 121 away supporters at the moment look to be the ones that are going to go home the happier tonight. You'd have to say they've ground it out in the second half, but can they finish it in style here as the ball is with Bayabeo? Gateshead do manage to defend, and now they need to get this ball moving quickly.
Need some movement.
There's now Javon Malcolm sprints, but the ball's going to go inside, across to the left-hand side as Whelan turns.
I feel a bit for Javon Malcolm there because he made a great run.
Whelan gets the ball back. Grayson back to Whelan. Well, Booty plays the ball out to Hannant. Crosses the ball in. There is coming in. Oh, Williams, that was coming in.
You know what? Credit to Rochdale because they're winning every single second ball here.
Look, it's been resolute. It's been back to the wall. And, it's a lesson in how to do it. But Gateshead still pushing as Javon Malcolm tries some trickery, gets it back to Hannant. Radcliffe, can he put a delivery in? And he spooned it. And
down at the pitch.
Yeah. And it looks like there is a Rochdale player just trying to sort out his boots. Be interesting to see how much is added on at the end here. We're into the final minutes, 90 minutes.
Still haven't any time up though.
We still haven't had it up. Yes, you're
What's your prediction, Dave? I'm going to say 4.
I might say 6 here. No, maybe 6. Waller with the goal kick. Ball bounces through to Radcliffe. Grayson. He's telling his teammates to get moving forward. Whelan, left-hand side, back it to Grayson. Newton.
Too slow.
Yeah,
Too slow.
Regan Booty, the man of the match. But is there going to be someone that can steal the headlines here at the end as Booty gets the ball, puts one into the box? It's too easy for the defender, but Tinkler picks up the loose ball, gets it to Grayson. Grayson plays it through. Oh, lovely turn from Malcolm. Can he get there? Oh, the keeper has a penalty, is it? No, the keeper's got the 5 minutes added on. Well, there's been a collision. They've both caught each other on the knee by the looks of it. Obviously, the keeper got to the ball first, but the ball was there to be won. Brave goalkeeping.
It's a really poor touch from Osani that's cost him there. If he hasn't, his first touch isn't so hard, he's in on goal, but he's just got too much on it. He's given Sam Waller a chance to come out and claim it. It's a brave bit of goalkeeping, by the way.
It was Williams that went diving in there, try and get it. Well, 5 minutes. We've got 4.5 left of that. Time added on here. This ball nodded back to Gateshead. Tinkler gives it to Radcliffe, who's got space and time to bring it forward. Once again, the options aren't the greatest. No one's making them runs. Whelan gives it to Grayson. Back to Whelan out on the left-hand side. Back to Tinkler. Booty. Out to Hannant. We need a better delivery if he's going to put one in this time. Cuts inside. Puts the chip crossing towards the penalty spot where it's going to fall back to Hannant from the clearance. Tinkler. Booty. He's got Newton hugging the touchline. Booty tries to put one in. It's not a great one either. And now they can try and clear the ball themselves. Anywhere will do for Rochdale.
I think that's the thing, isn't it? When Regan Booty's not putting good quality in the box, you know something's just not going to be your night.
Yeah.
Because the amount of times we've seen him this season swing across in and find someone, but just hasn't happened.
As the ball from hell. Gordon anticipated that ball better, but that touch was awful from Gordon, and it's an opportunity for Gateshead to get a long throw in the box, but they take it short to Booty. Hannant, right-hand side, crosses one in. It's not bad. It's headed up in the air, and that's going to go, or keeper has to fist it away. Is it going to be kept in? It goes out for a throw on the other
That's why you need Dan Jones, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Well, the goalkeeper's down, injured. Is he going to get back up? The referee's told him to get back up. He's hobbling. The throw's been taken. Tinkler with 45 yards out, gets it to Booty. Hannant. Radcliffe, right-hand side of the box, gives it back to Hannant. Newton, back now, Booty. Booty puts a cross in towards the back post. Oh, headed clear. It's going to be picked up, though, by Radcliffe. Nods it down. 2 minutes remain of the added-on time. Grayson. Ball chipped into the box. Javon Malcolm nods it on straight into the arms of the goalkeeper there, into his chest. Very easy. Didn't get any direction on it at all. And, Mark, bar a miracle. He's still hobbling, the goalkeeper. I think he's going to go down here to put some time And it's time to put it out. And the Oscar goes to Sam Waller. Well, theatrics and time wasting is part and parcel of the game. And anything to get it over the line, Mark.
Again, I know it's frustrating, but this happens. This
does,
happens across all levels. You've earned it. They've earned the right to do that.
Well, he's down.
Gateshead's next home match is Wednesday, the 4th of December, and it's the National League Cup.
I wonder if we're going to go on the attack here from the throw.
No, they're not. I think they're either going to throw it out for a throw in by the corner flag. It's going to be played someone to put out by the corner flag, or it's going out for a goal kick.
Well, Colin Magny and the Oldham bench having a little bit of a discussion there. Rochdale bench are fuming at the moment because Gateshead are going to go for it, but they feel that the goalkeeper is playing the game himself.
He is going off though. It's definitely a replacement goalkeeper here.
Yeah. Well, he doesn't know he's going off yet.
Do you know what? I've got a feeling Gateshead are just going to throw this in the box.
Yeah. Well, their goalkeeper. Oh, he's saying, no, I'm all right now. Oh, so that means that should be carded then if he's faking it. Well, the ball's fell, lands out towards Grayson, puts the cross in. Oh, header cleared, falls back to Hannant. Tinkler. Yeah, the limp's gone now. As the ball comes into the box towards the back post, headed away. Penny clears it, only as far as Hannant. But cross comes into the box. Keeper. Oh, well. Runs and jumps up perfectly fine to collect that one. And, well, gamesmanship.
I think that'll be it.
There we go. Kicked the ball perfectly well there, didn't he? Ball goes out. Throw into Gateshead. Well, was past the 5, but there was a stoppage for the goalkeeper. So, Booty looking to play this ball up the pit. Oh, blocked by Henderson. Tinkler is going to launch this one up. He does. Oh, bounces through, cleared, and I think that will be the full-time whistle, is it? Referee still hasn't looked at his watch. Now he will. Well, we are waiting for the full-time whistle here. Rochdale with 10 men with a fortunate goal have secured the 3 points, one would think, Mark.
Yeah, it's been a really disciplined, really disciplined performance from the visitors.
Yeah, a resolute backs-to-the-wall performance from Rochdale sees them run out 1-0 winners here at Gateshead International Stadium. And, well, you can say, it's back to the wall, but Gateshead didn't fully make them work. Didn't make the goalkeeper work. There's a little bit of afters here on the pitch. It's a little bit silly at the moment between a couple of the substitutes. But at the moment, you've got to say, Rochdale, they've seen it out. They did what they had to do.
Yeah, a little bit of silliness going on the pitch. No need for it, really, from both sides, I should add. Fair play, Rochdale. I think they've been really good. I've been really impressed with them. Played some great stuff when they had the ball. Gateshead didn't really threaten enough for my money.
Just a little side note there. The goalkeeper's walking all right now since.
No, he is. Dave, let's be fair. He's limping. He is limping. Come on, Dave.
No, he is. To be honest, I think it is. He was very brave staying on. In the hindsight, you would say maybe he should have went off if he was actually injured.
Yeah, I mean, they're probably looking at the time. I've got no doubt he is injured, to be fair to him.
It's starting to get worse, isn't it? In fairness, it is getting worse. I'll hold my hands up.
But yeah, just a frustrating night all around for Gateshead. Just didn't quite happen. Didn't test the goalkeeper enough.
No, not at all.
Just a want to concentrate in the history books and move on.
It is. It certainly is. But Gateshead will have to find the back of the net at home on a different occasion. They travel to Braintree on Saturday, of course, available for viewers abroad on DAZN. And next Tuesday night, we're at home against Sunderland under-21s in the National League Cup. Good luck to Rochdale for the rest of the season. It's a hard-fought game here tonight. Gateshead will come back, reassess, and look at ways to break down the defence in future games. We know they are capable of scoring goals. They scored 5 last week, but this one was a hard-fought one, and Rochdale come away with the 3 points. Thank you very much for joining us, and we'll see you next time.
We would like to take this moment to thank our podcast partners at Patrick Sportswear for the continued support of the show.
On the right-hand side from Carlisle.